Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody which doesn't infringe the copyright under 17U.S.C. 107.
Fair use reaction. Black Male Advice TV. We in the building. Let's go.
Ringo TV.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Black Male Advice TV. I'm your host, Ringo. What we're dealing with is the topic of why so many black women are single and alone. Yeah. Why so many black women are single and alone. We're going to do this series, and I don't know when it's going to end, but I have multiple different types of series that I'm creating that's going to pretty much be placed in playlists so that people can get the information they need by just searching through the platform, find a playlist with a topic, and you'll have multiple videos on the same subject matter so that it makes everything more organized and easy to find. Rather than having 1,000 different titles, we'll just focus on a particular topic, react to certain videos that's covering it, and basically provide the information people need. So we're dealing with this particular topic because we want to know why exactly are so many black women single and alone. This is a problem. A lot of times they're saying they're living their best life, they're enjoying themselves. They're not. They're not enjoying themselves. They're going through a lot of problems, and a lot of them are literally growing old, and they're losing out on the opportunities of building a family and so forth. Now, us brothers, we've been trying to teach them for a long time, but they're not listening. Instead, they go to these churches, they go to these seminars, these single clubs, and they waste their time listening to some clown that is entertaining them, basically telling them what they want to hear, mixed with truth. Because you have to understand that when modern women go to singles events and conferences and churches in regards to why they're single, you're going to get a bit of truth. There's always a bit of truth when it comes to deception and lies. So it's not like when you listen to someone, they're just lying to you and there's no truth. They're going to have to mix the truth with the lie. That's the way they entice you. That's the way they get you. The problem is, why is it that the majority of black women today are growing old and they're alone? The majority of women that are in these churches are predominantly just women. And they're all in their 30s, 40s, and 50s and above. And they're all listening to these preachers that are telling them to wait on the Lord and God is going to send you a husband. And, they're just being fed lies all day. So what we want to do is we want to review this video here and offer our commentary and criticism regarding what's being said to kind of give you the correct information on what is needed to, I guess, fix this problem or attempt to fix the problem, because I believe the damage is so bad that black women are not going to be able to recover. It's just the way their mind has been programmed in today's day. I personally believe that they're not going to be able to recover from the damage. It's too far gone. At the same time, we're going to offer them the opportunity, because you never know. They might teach this to the younger women. Primarily, the older women are set in their ways. They're never going to change. Trying to change them is a waste of time. We've tried that already. I had channels that was dedicated to nothing but women. I provided nothing but women content at one time, where I just spoke on issues regarding women to help them. They didn't want no help. They rejected everything I had to say. So I literally closed down those channels, and I realized that I was basically wasting my time. But it's interesting because on those platforms, I focused on real issues that pertain to women to help them develop, but they didn't want to hear it. But yet they'll flock to these kind of events where you have some guy, He's kind of on the, let's say, he's sort of like a woman, to say the least. So they kind of relate to him. And they flock to these events to listen to those kind of guys. And I wonder why. Well, the reason why is because he's like one of the ladies. So they know that when he speak, he's not going to tell them anything that's going to get up under their skin. He's not going to say anything that's going to challenge them. So typically women, they don't like listening to masculine men because they know that a man that is masculine, when he speak, it's going to require her to be accountable. It's going to require her to look at herself. And modern women, they don't want to do that. They just want to blame everybody else for their problems. They never want to take personal accountability. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus on this series and talk about these issues, and hopefully modern women, if they take the time to listen, I guess they will be able to be influenced the correct way. Because most of you ladies that are actually running to these seminars, you're never going to change. Nothing's going to get good for you. And I already done told you, you're going to be single for the rest of your natural life. Y'all not listening to me. I've already done warned you. That's how bad it is out here. So we're going to talk about this particular issue and share our thoughts regarding this. Shout out to everybody that's in the stream right now. We have about 56 people viewing, 38 likes. You already don't know the ground rules. Keep the engagement up. I need those views to match the likes. So if we have 54 people in the building, I should have 50 something likes. If we don't have the likes and the views matching together, we will literally see this appear on the screen and we will go on a 20-minute break. That's right, a 20-minute break. I'm going to waste your time just like you're wasting my time. So if you're in the live stream right now, right, and you don't want me to wait 20 minutes to resume the stream because you got other things to do or because you just want to get the information, if you don't want to waste any more time, make sure that my likes is matching my views. Because if you're new to the platform, you're going to experience one of my 20-minute breaks where you're going to wait. Do you understand me? So that being said, we're going to go into this thing right now. Once I check and I realize that my likes are not matching my views, we're going to go on a 20-minute break. You're going to wait. I'm going to waste your time. I got time. Your time is going to be wasted. And then I'll resume after 20 minutes, right? And then if we keep playing this game where you come to the streams and you don't want to support, I mean, think about it. If you're not hitting the Cash App by supporting financially, if you're not hitting the super chat to support financially, it's not costing you not $1 to click the like button. Wouldn't you agree? So if you're here, it's primarily because you want to learn something. I sparked your interest and that's why you're here. So let's make this thing easy so that we can all get what we needed. We can get through the stream without me having to stop. I mean, do you want to really wait for 20 minutes? Because I got that time to waste. I can literally just leave my studio, leave all the equipment, go walk away for 20 minutes and go take care of some business. And then I'll come back when you figure out what a like button is, right? So that being said, we're going to begin and examine this video and share our thoughts. But before we do that, give a couple of shout outs, a couple of supports that came in over the weekend. Shout out to Frank E for the $50 support on the Cash App. Shout out to Dennis. Shout out to Dennis S for the $100 support on the Cash App. Shout out to Steve F for the $20 support. Appreciate your support. Shout out to V Dubman for the $20 support on the Cash App. Alan for the 10. Devere D for the $20 support. Appreciate you. All right. See, we got OG Hot Rod in the building. What's going on? What's this other name? Miss Jevon? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name right. Ladarius. Divine the artist. Crypto, what's going on? All right, y'all. So we're gonna begin and and share our commentary on what's going on here. Again, make sure that the likes are matching the views. If my likes are not matching the views, I'm going to give a warning. Once I give the warning, I'm going to give the viewers approximately 10 minutes to get it right. If it's not fixed in 10 minutes, we're going to go on a 20-minute break. So everybody is aware of the ground rules. You all understand what's at stake here. Once I begin my streams, I like to flow and get the work done, move on to the next stream. If I check the likes and it's not right, it's not matching the views, I'm going to give a warning to kind of wake people up, let them know, look, y'all falling off. I'm working. You're not supporting. Okay, we're going to go on a break in the next 10 minutes if the likes are not matching the views. Once the 10 minutes is up, we're going to go on a 20-minute break. You're going to wait for 20 minutes, and then I'll resume the stream. That's how we're going to play the game. I think it's fair, right? You're all adults here. You're all here to hear what I got to say, right? If you're not here to hear what I got to say, you can leave. You can make that choice too. So that being said, let's rewind back this video and get this thing set up so we can kind of hear what he got to say. And then we're going to share our commentary and find out exactly what's going on so we can learn why so many Black women are single and alone. Why? Why exactly is this? Okay, that being said, let's begin. Let's go.
Because what's interesting, when you look at the statistics, 70% of all of our households are run by single parent who? Black women, mothers, right? And they say that as a collective group, gender and ethnic combined, Black women are the largest group that are the most unpartnered out of every single gender or ethnic group that exists on the planet Earth.
Now think about that. Black women are the most single. Why? Why is that? Why is it that out of all women on the earth, it seemed like Black women are the ones that are the most single, the most alone, and the most separated from their partner, which is the Black man? Why exactly is that happening?
And so the question is, why is it that so many Black women are alone? Why is it that they're unpartnered? Why is it that they're not married? What is taking place? Is it an individual choice? Is there an acculturation process that has taken place that has caused this dynamic to exist? What are the external factors that are contributing to this reality? Because if your situation is no different than hers and hers and hers and hers, and every one of us seem to be going through the same thing, we've got to look at this. There's got to be a reason for this.
The reason for this, if you ladies are paying attention and you're in class, is because you don't follow the Most High Yah. That's why. The reason is you rejected God. That's the reason. See, that's the part that you don't want to listen to. You want fairy tales. You want somebody to tickle your ears. You want somebody to dance for you. That's the problem. The real issue is you have rejected the Most High. You're without God. And because of that, you are susceptible to the wiles of the devil. He's able to influence you now. So the real problem that you have on why you're single is that you have rejected truth. You don't want the truth. Just be honest with yourself. Even if you're listening to me right now, you're not really here because you want to hear the truth. You're here to disagree. That's why you're here. You don't want to learn. You don't want nothing. Because in your mind, you know everything. That's why you're single. See, this particular guy on the screen, he's going to attempt to use slavery and other different things to try to make it seem like the reason why you are the way you are is because you were taught, which have a bit of truth. At the same time, for you to remain single and alone today and continue in the ideology of being an independent-minded woman who boast about your education and your accomplishments, that's a personal choice. That's not a struggle. That is you refusing to submit to the authority of the man. See, what we're going to deal with in this live is the real reasons We're not gonna tickle your ears. We're not gonna tell you what you want to hear. See, the question is why so many black women are single and alone. Well, the real answer to that is they don't know the Most High Yah. They have rejected truth, right? And they don't want to submit to a man. See, once you tell a woman that she must submit to a man, she look at that as offensive. That's how she look at it. But see, ladies, ask yourself this question. When you go to your job, right? Your supervisor pretty much tell you what to do. Am I correct or am I wrong? When you go to your 9 to 5 and your supervisor walk in the office, everybody is at attention. Everybody recognize the authority just walked in. Nobody is playing any games. Everybody gets off their phone. It's interesting that when the supervisor comes in the room, everybody stop playing. Now, why is it that when you're in the workplace environment and the supervisor walk in the room, everybody get off their phones, everybody stop playing, people start focusing on their job? Why? Because you know that the supervisor has the authority to change your status when it comes to that job. So you make sure that you do what you're supposed to do. Now, I find it ironic that a modern BW can show her supervisor the utmost respect. She'll do as she's told. She will serve the company, be there on time, spend countless hours doing overtime. But for whatever reason, when it comes to serving and catering to and respecting a man in the capacity of a relationship, she called that slavery. But yet she have no problem being faithful to a job. Think about that. See, that's the problem. That's the issues that we have right now. And see, a lot of us brothers, when we look at you, we examine the fact that you spent a lot of time focusing on your job and being so faithful to your job. But you're not faithful to your man. You're not faithful to any man. See, the problem, ladies, is that you lost your way. Let's just be honest. You don't know your role. You don't. You really don't. See, I can tell you your role, but you're not going to listen to me because remember, I don't know what I'm talking about. Certainly, right? I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just some nut job on YouTube, right? See, ladies, the Most High made you to be a helpmate, but you've perverted your calling. And instead, you're helping a company. You're helping your job to fulfill their objective, not the objective the Most High have called you for. See, the Most High have called you to serve a man so that that man can be built up and do what is necessary so that you can bring forth his children, so that you can raise his children, take care of the house, cook, clean, feminine things that women should be doing. But oh no, that's offensive. Don't tell a woman that she have to serve and cater to a man. That's slavery. They would rather be boss chicks. They would rather have a business. They would rather talk about how they're getting the bag. See, that's the problem that we have, ladies. So when you're wondering why you're single, it's because you're not really attractive to a man. Because when you come to the table, you're coming to the table as a man. Remember, when you have your business, your degrees, and all this other stuff, you're essentially saying, I don't need you. And that's what women have been telling us, brothers, for a very long time. You see, me personally, I'm not really interested in wasting my time with you. I'm focused on my work. I'm focusing on what I'm doing. I'm not chasing women around because it's a waste of time. If a sister pretty much holler at your boy and give your boy, some sort of eye contact and attention or something like that and kind of, setting the green signal, the green lights, then hey, under those circumstances, I may entertain her. But as far as wasting time pursuing women and doing all this other stuff to build relationships, I'm not even wasting my time with that. It's a waste of time because modern women are not women anymore. They're men. They're no different than a man. They're basically competing with men. And this is why you have a lot of women that say stuff like, well, you're intimidated by successful women, which is actually not true. I don't know any man that is intimidated. And see, this is one of the reasons why you're single, because you're not trying to serve and cater to a man. You're not trying to be feminine. You're trying to be a man. And that's not attractive to a man. A man want to know that he is needed. But when a man feel like you're competing with him, that's not sexy. And I know countless women that even till this day, they're still trying to compete with other men. And you're never going to be able to compete with a man. You're going to lose. Just because you're making money, just because you have a house, just because you have a car, does not mean that you made it in life. Those are things that adults are supposed to have. Do you understand me? The problem, ladies, is that you went out there and you took of the forbidden fruit. And after you ate of that fruit, you brought forth sin. And because of that, you have separated yourself from your protector, which is the man. And you essentially told the man, I don't need you. I can take care of myself. I'm a boss. I'm getting the bag. I can do bad by myself. I'm living my best life. And because of you living this best life, all the brothers in your youthful years have moved on. And now you're in your 30s and 40s and you're upset because you're trying to figure out why you're single and alone. And it's because you gave up on all those great opportunities that you had. You gave up on all the quality men that was trying to do the right thing, and you didn't want them. You didn't want them because you were pursuing education, you were pursuing your money, because you wanted to be a man, because somebody told you that is what a woman's supposed to do, that she's supposed to be a man. She's supposed to get her own bag so that she don't need no man. Now, ladies, if you're getting your own money because you're trying to be independent, then that means you don't need me. And if you don't need me, there is no need for me to be there. There's no incentive of me getting with you if you don't depend on me. And the last thing a man want to do is be with a woman that don't depend on him. And this is why you're single. Now, a guy will get with you to have sex, but he's not going to commit and build no relationship because there's no need for that. You don't need him, remember? But you do need him for sex. Isn't that interesting? You do need him for sex. You do desire a man for sex, but you don't desire him when it comes to him being there to lead and guide you, because you don't want to be led. You don't want to be guided. You want to guide yourself. So this is why you're single. But hey, we'll continue on with more commentary. We're going to get back into the video, make sure everything is good, and pretty much we'll share our thoughts in a moment. Now, right now we're at 159 folks that are viewing the stream. 159. We're just going to say 160 people that are viewing the stream right now. We only have 115 likes. The time now is 8:37 a.m. New York time. If my likes are not matching my views by 8:50, I'm going on a 20-minute break. You all heard the warning. So now I'm going to continue. Once my timer hit 8:50 and the likes are not matching the views, we're going on a 20 long minute break because you're not supporting the stream by clicking the like button. So I'm going to waste your time. I got time. All I'm going to do is just go do something for 20 minutes and I'll just come right back to the studio when you figure out what clicking the like button is all about. Because by me providing all this information, I'm providing you stuff that you would need to pay for, but I'm providing it through a live stream. And all you got to do is click a like button, and you don't want to do that? Okay, We will go on a 20-minute break at 8:50 if those likes are not matching the views. You all been warned. Now, let's continue.
And so what I'm saying is what we have experienced as a people is quite unique. That is creating this reality today. And you have to go back some 390 years to the plantation, because in order to solve a problem, you got to go back to the root of the problem.
The root of the problem is not the plantation. The root of the problem is not slavery. The root of the problem is the modern BW have rejected God. And that's the root of the problem. Do you understand me? The plantation is not the problem, because if the plantation was the problem, then the BW attending her 9 to 5 would be the problem. Because that's still the plantation. Can I get a witness? You see that? If the plantation is the problem and that's the root cause of the problem, then the modern BW attending the 9 to 5 grind, that would be the plantation and the problem. So she's basically still doing the same thing. Do you understand me? See, the way he's going to spin this is as if though slavery was responsible for the modern woman doing what she's doing right now. But let's go.
You go back to the root and look at all the dynamics, then you can come back forward and see what you need to do to solve that problem. And what I find that's interesting, this is a chapter. Now, how many of you by show of hands? Because my question becomes, why is it that so many strong, successful, independent black women are alone? Does anybody ever ask that question? So in the book, we talk about those reasons.
See, he's talking about what's in that book, but what about the book called the Bible? What about that book? You see that? See, all of these guys, you know, they have all these books and they want you ladies to read their books. But the book that you're supposed to be reading so you can understand why you're single and alone is actually the Bible. You know, the book that you never read. That's the book that you're supposed to be reading, but you don't want that. You want a book that tickle your ear. You want a book that will tell you what you want to hear. You don't want to know that you are needing to be accountable for your own actions. And see, this is what happens when modern women buy these self-help books, these relationship books. They always buy those books. These women have so many books on relationships and they never read the Bible. Isn't that interesting? Isn't it interesting how a modern woman will literally read all these other books, but never, ever read the Bible? And the Bible holds the key to all the things they're supposed to be doing, but they don't want to read that book. You know why? Because they've rejected God. That's the real reason why the modern woman is in trouble today. Oh yeah, they got subscriptions to magazines. They got, you know, all sorts of stuff that they read, all these different publications, and they go to all these different groups, attend different meetings, pay for tickets, fly out to other conferences, everything to deal with single stuff, but they never read the Bible. They never, ever read the Bible. This is sad about the situation.
And there are several reasons, but we've broken it down to 3 reasons. 3 things that men have done to contribute to the problem, and 3 things that women have done.
Now notice, he's saying 3 things that men have done to contribute to the problem. See, this is one of the issues that I have with these self-help folks, these gurus that kind of come through and try to tickle women's ears, rather than them focusing on women and women only and hold them accountable. They have to say something regarding men. Why? Because that's how they tickle the ears of women. They have to come in and make women believe that the man is at fault for something too. Rather than just focusing on women so they could get their act together, they gotta put an element of, oh yeah, the man did this and this is why you're acting like that. Let's go.
To contribute to the problem. Can I break that down? Let's talk about the men for a second. Now, understand that when you're talking about relationships, you have to deal in generalities, because you're always going to find the exception to the rule. Is that correct? So in a general sense, let's begin with the men. Some men, correct me if I'm wrong, some men are intimidated by a strong, black, successful, independent woman. Is that correct? Yes. He's either intimidated by her position.
You see that? Do you see what he's doing? Inflating the black woman's pride and ego. He said that black men are intimidated. You see that nonsense? You see that? That's the problem. That's what these gurus love to do. They make women feel as if though they're doing something to intimidate you, brothers. So let me get this straight, ladies. Because you have a job, punching a clock, just like everybody else, a man is intimidated. Because you have a college degree and you're in financial debt because you still got to pay that loan, a man is intimidated. You worked your whole life for a whole career and you're struggling to pay for that car, struggling to pay for that house. Because see, brothers, these are the things that modern women don't tell you about. They don't tell you about the struggles. Just because she have a degree, a job, a car, does not mean she's living on easy street. She's struggling, just like anybody else. Struggling to pay and meet all of those needs because she's trying to be a man. She's trying to create this lifestyle, struggling, literally, every single day. It's an illusion, brothers. Why would a man be intimidated by that? Why would a man feel some type of way about that? But see, this is what these gurus love to plant in the minds of these women. Now, again, we are winding down to the 8:50 mark, 8:50 a.m. New York time. Time now is 8:44 a.m. We have 180 people viewing, only 148 likes. If the likes is not matching the views, by the time the clock hit 8:50, I'm going on a 20-minute break. I've given multiple warnings. So when we go on that 20-minute break, don't get mad with me. Get mad with yourself for not clicking that like button. Let's go.
Whether she is a high executive, if she owns her own business, he's intimidated by her position.
So he's intimidated because you have a business. He's intimidated by this. All of that stuff is irrelevant and foolishness. Men are not intimidated by no woman because she have a business. We don't care about none of that stuff. We don't care about any of that stuff. Men are not intimidated by you. But see, this is what they plant in your mind.
He may be intimidated by her possessions.
Think about the word intimidated. Why would they even use that word intimidated? That's crazy. So you're threatening to me because of a business that you own? What kind of foolishness is that? Men are not intimidated by you. That's pride, ladies. You're prideful. You think that because you have accomplished something, that you're a threat to that man. All you're basically saying is that you are, in fact, a man now. You're basically saying, hey, man, I'm competing with you. And now that I have this position in life, guess what? I'm making this amount of money. I'm a threat to you because I know your role is to be the provider and the protector. But now I'm making this amount of money. I'm a threat to you. You're intimidated by me. And that's what women are doing. They're saying, see, I'm making all this money. But yet women want you brothers to be a provider. They want you to be a provider. They want you to be a protector. But yet look at what they're doing. They're trying to be a man. So why would a man want to wife up a woman if she wants to have the role of provider? Listen, ladies, if you're providing for yourself, if you already done got your house and your car and you're doing well for yourself financially, that is not the end all be all of this life. In life, it takes a man and a woman to produce children, to bring forth a family so there is a legacy. But you're not doing that by yourself. Having a job, a career, a business don't mean nothing, ladies, if you're by yourself. Ladies, I don't think you understand something. The minute you die and pass away, you have no legacy. Do you not know, as a woman, you don't create legacy? It's the man who creates legacy. I don't think you understand where you're at. A woman do not produce no legacy. She don't. A woman is a tool by which the Most High used to bring forth life. It is the man that bring forth legacy, not the woman. If you die today and you're a woman and you got a business and you don't got no children, no family structure, nothing created, no beneficiaries, everything you built went to the dirt. None of it means anything. Ain't that something? But hey, That's what you want. So, hey, enjoy your single life.
She has her own house. She has her own car. She's accumulated things throughout the course of her life.
Notice she have her own house. She have her own car. Things that adults are supposed to have. Who cares if you have your own house? How are you and a man to coexist and build if you got your house and he have his house and y'all living separate? So basically, relationships today is all about competition. That's what relationships is all about. That's sad, fam. But anyway, we're going to be preparing just now to go on a 20-minute break because we're at 2:03. There's 203 people in the live right now, only 158 likes. Because the likes are not matching the views, we're going to be going on a 20-long-minute break. All of you understand that? Because I don't see the likes matching the views. That's very disrespectful to me, being that I'm the host and I'm providing you the content. You're sitting there, you're viewing for free, but you're not wanting to support with the like button. So we have 1 minute and I'm going on a 20-minute break.
Or he's intimidated by her personality.
Why would a man be intimidated by your personality? That makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. I'm intimidated by your personality. That's crazy, fam.
Right? She's strong, she's determined, she's focused.
She's strong, she's determined, she's focused, and that makes me intimidated? That doesn't make any sense.
No nonsense, she's about her business. And those three things either keep him from pursuing her or keep him from remaining within that relationship.
So he's basically saying that as a man, we're not going to pursue a woman because of all of these different things that she have going on. See, ladies, you think that it's intimidated. No, it's not intimidating. What you're basically saying is that you're a man and we don't want a man. So why would a man pursue you if you already done got your car, your house, you're this, you're that, and you're doing well for yourself? There's no need for us to be there. Anyway, I got to stop right now. We're going on a 20-minute break. I'll be back when y'all figure out how to click the like button, sit right there and enjoy your waste of time.
Searching and searching for your love. Wanting more. Waiting for. Open the door. Asking for more. Late in the night. Right in the dark. Searching and searching for your love. Late in the night, right in the dark, searching and searching for your love, wanting more, waiting for, open the door, asking for more, late in the night, right in the dark, searching and searching for your love. Late in the night, right in the dark, searching and searching for your love. Wanting more, waiting for. Open the door, asking for more. Late in the night, right in the dark, searching and searching for your love. Late in the night, right in the dark, searching and searching for your love. Wanting more, Late in the night, right in the dark, searching and searching for your love. Late in the night, right in the dark, searching and searching for your love. Wanting more, waiting for. Open the door, asking for more. Late in the night, right in the dark, searching and searching for your love. Late in the night, right in the dark, searching and searching for your love. Late in the night, right in the dark, searching and searching for your love. Late in the night, right in the dark, searching and searching for your love. Oh yeah, well, money. Oh yeah, oh yeah, money. How I money in my pocket. Lights on now, yeah. Money, making money. Niggas be looking at me, rolling on the block, man, I'm getting paper, rolling. Looking at me, I'm looking so fly. All of these niggas, they looking at me, man, wishing to die. Chillin' in my car, man, I'm getting paper. All of these bitches out here, man, they want this nigga. Rolling, niggas be holding out. Don't wanna give a nigga his flowers. I'm a boss, see me flexing on the road. Window down, top down, shades on, blinged out, ringed out, designer on, nigga looking fly. How could you hate on the nigga that be doing well? Mad niggas, they up in jail. Niggas mad because I'm doing well. Whole time and I'm smelling good. Niggas out here up in the hood. All day I'm popping. Bodies, they dropping. DK, I'm rapping. Niggas out here half stepping. Niggas talking, they bitching up. Online, they trolling. Lights on, drip where people stare. Everywhere. Yeah, I'm rolling in the top, chilling in the drop. Making money, man, I'm doing this non-stop. Rolling, hot, and I'm top now. DK, I'm rapping, niggas out here half-stepping. Speeding through the night, yeah, window fly. Roll the window down, make the music play. Hey. Rolling through the hood with the top down. Making money, making that sound pop. Oh, where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where are the ladies at? Going up and I be flipping in. Came out and I be ripping in. Ripping down that top down. Rolling with my windows down. Spinning rims, rolling out. Lights on, money here. Looking fly, dressing up. Shades on, looking good. Rolling.
If you're in the stream and you're viewing right now, we on a 20-minute break because people refuse to click the like button. So sit back and waste your time. When I go live, I expect my likes to match my views. So if you're coming into my streams, you gotta make sure you hit that like button. If that like button is not clicked and it's not matching them views, and I've gave several warnings, we're gonna go on a 20-minute break. That's right. All music produced by Ringo, Black Male Advice TV. Something as simple as clicking a like button is that difficult for folks to do. Imagine trying to do a live stream and all you ask people to do is click a like button, and they have that much hatred in their heart that they refuse to click the like button. But they want to hear what you gotta say. Isn't that crazy? And now everybody gotta wait. They gotta wait 20 minutes, and I'm gonna up the time to 30 minutes soon. Oh yeah, we're gonna have 30-minute breaks. Because see, when I provide content and I provide live streams, I provide the best. So sit back and waste your time.
You know me wife, you know me girl, so why you talking? Why you vex? You know me wife, you know me girl, so why you talking? Why you vex? If you want protection, you better find a husband. And if you can't find that, you better die 911. If you want protection, you better find a husband. And if you can't find that, you better die 911.
Black Male Advice TV. On a 20-minute break. Because people refuse to click the like button. So we will resume the show at approximately 9:10. Black Male Advice TV. You see, we don't care if you leave or if you stay, because you didn't pay to play. So whether you leave or stay, it doesn't matter. We will remain in character. So anytime Black Male Advice TV goes live, get it through your head. Click the like button. If not, we will go on a 20-minute break. Yeah, a 20-minute break. And we will waste all of your time, just like you're wasting my time. Yeah, we're gonna do this all the time. That's right. Black Male Advice TV. Bringing you the best commentary and criticism on YouTube. That's right. Black Male Advice TV. All music produced by Ringo. Black Male Advice TV. Black Male Advice TV. Black Male Advice TV. Producer of the track, Black Male Advice TV. Black Male Advice TV. Producer of the track. The only content creator that provides you the best on YouTube. That's right, that's right. Black Male Advice TV. As we wind down the time to get back into the stream, it's very important that people click that like button when we go live. If we're not getting the support and the engagement is not up, we would go on 20-minute breaks. That's right, 20-minute breaks. We're going to waste your time just like you waste my time. And even though my time is not being wasted because this is what I do, I just go on a break. We're going to waste your time since you don't want to support the stream. So, that being said, we will resume the stream right now. Let's get things back in order. We are dealing with the topic, in case you're joining the show, on why. Why so many black women are single and alone. Episode 1. This is the first episode of the series. We'll have multiple videos on the same topic. We are reviewing a video where we have someone basically trying to tell women why they're in this particular situation. And we're sharing our commentary and criticism regarding these particular issues. Hopefully those that want to learn will learn. Those that remain will remain. See, when I take my breaks, I could care less if you leave or stay, because it's only for the people that want to hear the truth. Do you understand me? See, I'm not one of them creators that boast about how many live viewers I have in the building. Oh, I got 1,000 people viewing. I got 5,000 people viewing. Well, it don't make no sense if you have all those people viewing and they're not supporting you. What does it profit? What does it profit to talk about how many people you have viewing, but they're not supporting you? See, the bottom line is, are they supporting you? See, if they're not, that's just a waste of time. What's the point of having 500 people in your store and nobody's buying nothing? See, it all makes sense now. This is why it's not good to boast about how many subscribers you had, how many views you got, how many people you get. And if the people are not supporting you, it don't mean nothing. I understand that. That's why I can take my breaks, because the people that are really there to support you, they will remain. That's right. So let's resume, find out what we got to hear. Let's go.
Is that true or not true? There are some men who have a feeling of inadequacy when they're in the presence of a successful woman. So every time he sees her, it's a reminder of what he's failed to do in his own life.
You see that? That's manipulation. That don't even make no sense. Basically, what he's saying is this, that as men, when we get around women that have any sort of success, that it makes us feel like a failure. This doesn't make any sense. Listen, brothers, you could be working on a 9-to-5 and the woman right next to you in the next cubicle work where you work. How is her success intimidating to you when she work where you work? But see, this is the madness that they paint in modern women to make them feel like they're above you. In other words, she's so successful that when I look at her, it make me think of me being a failure as a man. That is so untrue. It makes no logical sense. Ladies, You're going to remain single for the rest of your natural life until you repent, number one, and come to the Most High. Repent of your sins and come to the Most High. See, you don't like to hear that word, repent and come to the Most High, because it makes you feel guilty, because you are guilty. And that's the problem. You don't want to be accountable for your actions. You want to blame somebody. Imagine you believe that because of your accomplishments that men are intimidated by you. Why would we feel threatened by you? You don't want a provider. By you going out there to get your degree, your business, this, that, all these different things, you essentially told all men, I don't need you. I don't want you. I don't want a man providing for me. I don't want a man protecting me. I don't want nothing. So why would we feel intimidated by you? Why would we be threatened by you? Why would we feel like a failure? For what? You don't want a man. You want to be a man. So if you're single and you're alone, you made that personal choice. You're not vulnerable. You haven't put yourself in a position of needing a man. Because here's the thing, ladies. You talk a lot of crap about how guys today it ain't ish, they're this, they're that, all this negative stuff. And the truth is, you modern women have never been with a quality man in your life yet. The only kind of guys you seem to deal with is the Pookie and Ray Ray type. I've seen this countless times. Women that are so-called quote unquote successful, got their degrees. Look at the kind of guys they deal with. Trash. Guys that don't want to work. Guys that sit on their butt all day, and these women treat these guys like a woman. See, let me tell you something, ladies. This is exactly what's happening. You have trained yourself into becoming a man. So now you're a provider. Now you got the house. Now you got the car. Now you got the money, right? And what are you doing? You got all of that situated so that you can find a man that don't got nothing. And then you bring a guy that don't work in your house. Why? Because you're thinking like a man. You don't want a guy that is independent, a guy that is focused on himself, a guy that is really building, and a masculine man. You find a feminine man, a man that will depend on you. Brothers, are you seeing the situation? They find a man that they know is weak, a guy that can depend on them, a guy that need a place to stay, a guy that can buy his clothes, buy his Jordans, a guy that they can loan him her car. These are the kind of men that modern women deal with. And then they keep these guys around primarily only for sex. That's it. For sex. And if they have children, these guys are the house husbands. The roles have been reversed. Yes. They only go after guys that they know they could take care of. Then when the relationship goes bad, they shame all men by saying, you want a woman to be your mother. No, that's what you did. You take on men that you know you can be their mother, men that will allow you to take care of them. See, a real man is not looking for a woman to take care of him in terms of paying his bills, paying for this, paying for that, and all of that other stuff. Now, if you're a woman and you're with a guy and you want to do nice things for him with your money, then there's nothing wrong with that. But a real man is not out here looking for a woman to take care of him. Why? Because he already have his situation set up so that he could bring a woman in and build a family. But modern women have not put themselves in a position to be a wife because she want to be a man. A man don't need another man in the house. He's looking for a feminine energy. A man don't want a woman in the house who every time she get up in the morning, she got to go to a 9 to 5. That's not a relationship. That's a partnership. A man need to know that his woman is home taking care of the kids, making sure the house is clean, making sure the laundry is done. But see, when you talk about these things to modern women, they say that's slavery. But yet, when modern women go to their 9 to 5, they do as they're told on their job. I find it funny that a modern woman will go to her 9 to 5 and keep the office clean. She'll sweep, she'll wipe down the desk, and she'll make sure everything is tidy in the office. But when it comes to being home and clean, and all of a sudden that's slavery. And she's wondering why she's alone and got no man. Let's continue.
And so when he sees her, he goes through this internal battle, thinking that he's not good enough, thinking that he can't bring it up to the table.
No, men do not look like that. They don't think like that. What is this guy talking about? Why would I look at a woman and look at her success and be like, wow, I can't really do much and I can't really bring much? If that's the problem, then this is why you're single, ladies. It's because you're a man. What is the point of a man being a provider and a protector if you as a modern woman worked your whole life to get a degree of business so you can make 6 figures and all this money to boast and brag about how much money you making, but yet you want this man to be a provider? Why would he need to provide for you if you're already providing for yourself? I don't think women realize that they set themselves up for failure by being independent. Once I see a woman and she's talking about how great her car is, how great her house is, I'm like, look, I guess I'm only here to give you this D. That's it. And that's all I'm going to do. Why would I assume the role of a provider for a woman that is doing so well financially and got this and got that? Because see, that's where the problem is. We have turned relationships into some sort of competition on how much money people make. And that's so sad, man. Because now, brothers, you know what this really falls down into? If you're a brother and you got money, a woman will only respect you based on your money. So if you got into a relationship with a modern woman and she's only there for your money, if you were to get into an accident or the business is not going right or you got fired from your job, she's going to lose all respect for you and all interest from you because of the fact that you lost your job. Right? So basically, the only purpose we have as men in today's day is to provide D for modern women. That's about it. Because they don't want you to be a provider. They don't want you to protect them. They don't want that. They want to be independent. So it's no coincidence why most men just get with women just to have sex with them. That's the only purpose we have at this point. So if you're a woman and you're mad because it seems like every guy you get with just want to have sex with you, that's the only thing that's there. I mean, you're doing well for yourself. You don't need a provider, remember? I mean, you got all this money, you brag about how much money, oh, I'm making more money than these brothers, I'm making more money. Well, if you're making more money, why would I waste my money? Why would I waste my money on you when you got a better car than me? If I live in a 1-bedroom apartment in the hood, and you live in this nice, beautiful house in the suburbs, why would I waste my time trying to be some provider and taking you out on expensive dates? Why would I do that? I'm not going to do none of that. You're doing well for yourself. All I can do for you at this point is provide D. That's it. Because you feel you're better than me. So if you feel you're better than me, then go on with your bad self and feel better. But don't sit back and say, I'm intimidated by you. No, nobody's intimidated by you. That man may be a guy that is living, a type of lifestyle where he's not really focused on a lot of material stuff and, a very minimalistic type lifestyle. And he's very comfortable with where he's at. He don't want no big house. He don't want all of this extra stuff. He's not really into all this other stuff. You might be into that. He's just not into that. But to say that the brother is intimidated by you, no, you feel that you are better than him because you have been competing with men your whole life to try to outdo them. And you think because you have more money and you have a big house that somehow you're in a competition and you won. But the thing is, you're alone. And you don't got no man. So while you in this big house, you can be in this big house. If a burglar will break in there, you're done. You don't got no man, no protector, nothing. And it doesn't matter if you have a gun. You can have a gun. You can be in your house. A man can still break in there and still take you out. Some of these women be really thinking that they're a man. It's sad nowadays, fam, but let's go. Let's listen in.
Because he's looking at all of the success that she's accumulated within her own life. So it keeps him from approaching her or remaining within that relationship.
No, it's not keeping him from doing anything. Ladies, let me give you the truth. You having success in your life is not intimidating a man. Your success tells the man that he is not needed. It's just that simple. When a man look at you and you are online boasting about how much money you got, how great your car is, how big your house is, and how much businesses you got, and you're able to take care of yourself and you don't need no man. Well, when men look at you, they're looking at the signs and they're saying, okay, she have a sign that's very bright saying, I don't need a man. That's all we see, and we walk the other way. That's it. We look at the sign that you're holding up saying, I don't need a man, I don't need a provider, I don't need a protector, and we walk the other way. It has nothing to do with us being intimidated. All it tells us is that you want to be a man. So we're like, okay, cool. You could go ahead and be a man, but you're not going to find a man. And if you do get with a man, it's only for sex. That's it. A guy will get with any of you ladies to bang you. That's it. But he's not going to be in a committed relationship with you. It's not going to happen. And especially with you ladies that are on this monogamy nonsense. Listen, ladies, y'all losing all day. Y'all not winning when it comes to relationships. When it comes to relationships, you're not winning. Men are winning because men are still banging you, right? He's still blowing your back out, and he's not committed to you. So you losing. You could talk all this talk about how you get in the bag, you a boss chick, you don't need a man, but at the end of the day, when it comes to relationships, you're losing. Because number one, you're trying to be the man. Number two, you're trying to lock a man down in monogamy, which is not going to work. I already done told you, ladies, no man is monogamous, and I don't really care how you feel. Listen, fam, you ladies, you really think that when you get with a man, you can control his manhood. I don't know why ladies don't play their position and recognize that this is a man. He's not a woman. A man is going to deal with other women besides you. If you sitting there thinking you're going to control a man, you're going to be single for the rest of your life. And this is why you're single right now. This is why no relationship works. Every relationship you get in, he cheated on me. He cheated on me. He didn't cheat on you. You trying to cheat him out of his legacy. A man is supposed to mate with more than one woman. That is how he stay young. Don't you know it's healthy as a man to mate with more than one woman? Do you not realize for your own health as a man? I don't think you guys realize this. You're supposed to mate with more than one woman. If you're just with one woman for the rest of your life, you're literally depriving yourself of good health. I don't think you guys realize that. You're going to grow old. Do you understand? If you want to remain young and stop the age clock from going up, you got to have more than one woman, bro. That's what keeps you young. Women know this. They just don't want you to know that because they're selfish and they want you all to themselves. That's how they do you, bro. But don't fall for that. So ladies, you're going to remain single for the rest of your lives because number one, you want to be a man. Number two, you want to be the provider. So there's no need for a man to be a provider because you're providing for yourself. You got your own house, your own car, your own money. So you don't need anything from me. So I'm not going to take you on a dinner date because you don't need my money. What I'm taking you on a dinner date for? Waste of time. And it don't make no sense I wife you up because you already got your own. You don't need me. You don't follow the Most High God, so you don't have no morals or values. And being that you don't follow the Most High, when I talk about polygyny, you get in your feelings, even though, now check this out, brothers. Check this out. And I want all you ladies in the clouds, I want you to pay attention in class. When I teach on polygyny, I got a bunch of women. I'm unsubscribing. Lady, listen, I don't care if you unsubscribe. You unsubscribing because I'm talking about a man having more than wife is not hurting me. You are going to be single for the rest of your life. Because no guy is going to tolerate that. No guy is going to tolerate a woman thinking that she's going to control his manhood. Right? So now think about this. Anytime I talk about polygyny in terms of a man having more than one wife, women get in their feelings And they be like, well, I'm leaving. I ain't supporting this. See, they want me to lie to them. They want me to tell them that, oh, yeah, you know, this guy is going to come to you. He's going to be monogamous. He's going to love you. Only you. Only you. And he's not going to have no desire for no other woman but you. See, that's the kind of lie they want to hear. They love lies. Women love being lied to. Matter of fact, brothers, if you want to bang more chicks, just make them believe that you're just only with them. Just gas their head up. Tell them what they want to hear because they love hearing lies. They love that. Why do you think most guys that are in relationships, that they tell their woman, oh yeah, you know, oh, you're the only one. I don't have nobody else but you. Baby, you love me? Yeah, baby, I'm only with you. So when you do overtime on the job, it's just, you're really working, right? Knowing good and well he's getting head on the job. All you guys know y'all be getting head on the job from some sister. I don't know why these ladies act like they don't know what's going on. You know good and well your man is at work all day long. He not around you. He's going to take a liking for some other sister. And ain't nothing wrong with that. It's who cares? He's a man. He's taking care of the bills. He's taking care of the house. He's doing what he's supposed to do. But see, here's the thing, brothers. Notice what I just said. He's doing what he's supposed to do. He's providing. He's taking care. He's doing this. He's doing that. So why is she complaining? Right? So now think about this. When a woman got her own job, her own career, her own business, and she got all of that stuff going, when she get with a man, she's expecting you to be under her control. That's why she pushed the monogamy thing so hard, because she figured, I got all my stuff, so you're going to have to be just faithful to me. No, woman. That's one of the things in the contract the devil didn't give you. You might have your car, your house, your business, your career, all the money that you think you have, right? But guess what? You cannot control a man. You can't. You can't control a man. You can't control his manhood. With all your success, with all your degrees, nowhere in that contract that the devil gave you does it say you can control a man. He's going to have another woman besides you. And if you ain't accepting of polygyny, ladies, look, just stay single by yourself, because at this point, we don't need you. Us men have never in the history of life settled with one woman. I don't know any man that is interested in one woman. Please show me the guy that is interested in only one woman. It's not happening. It's not out here. Let's continue.
Number 3, some men, not all, somebody say some men are traditional in their thinking. Right? They have that Archie Bunker mentality.
Notice he said Archie Bunker mentality. Notice that for traditional. Archie Bunker, out of all people, he used Archie Bunker. You youngins, you may not know who that is. You see this? He's saying that men that are traditional have this Archie Bunker mentality. Let's hear what he got to say.
Much like the video we saw in the other session. They don't believe it's a woman's role to have a job and to make money. They don't believe it's a woman's role to do that. She should be barefoot and pregnant, ironing his drawers, cooking his meals at home.
Notice that. Notice how he put that. Ironing his drawers. Cooking at home. Barefoot and pregnant. That traditional men don't believe a woman should have a job and work and this. Do you see why you ladies are single? It's because you listen to guys like that. That's why. Because notice what he said. He said that us brothers that are traditional don't believe it's a woman's role to be out there working and doing this and doing that. That we believe she's supposed to be barefoot and pregnant at home cooking, ironing his drawers, and doing all of that. In other words, that should be her role. Clearly, that guy that you're looking at on the screen is the reason why you ladies are single and alone. Because of men like him. He is literally pandering towards women. He's telling women exactly what they want to hear. Because he wants these women to think. Now think about this, ladies. Think about this. Why wouldn't he lie to you? How do you think he get paid? He need for you to be out there working. He ain't gonna sell no books if you ain't working. Can I get a witness? I'm telling you, man. You ladies are being manipulated so much in the world by these gurus and these people peddling these books to you, these self-help books, these relationship books. They lying to you. So of course he's going to make it seem like us brothers that are traditional would look at you as, oh, we don't want a woman that's doing all of this working and all this other stuff. He's making it seem like you being a mother is a bad thing. In other words, a woman is supposed to work, but yet be pregnant. Now, ladies, how are you raising babies if you're at a 9 to 5 and you got a baby home? Who's feeding this baby? Who's feeding the baby? Well, you know, I'll hire a babysitter to raise the kid even though I'm at work. Well, then your man going to be banging your babysitter. You know, y'all be thinking y'all going to hire this and hire that and do all this extra stuff. No, you hire anybody, your husband or whoever going to bang her too. It doesn't matter who you hire. Your job as a woman is to be raising your kids, not at no 9 to 5. I used to see stuff like that all the time. Women get pregnant on the job and then she take off from work and now she's off for 6 months and now all the workload pile up on everybody else. That should tell you you don't belong there because once you get pregnant, you got to go home. But modern women believe that they can be both at the workplace and be a mother. Nope. This is why kids are suffering today because these women are at these job places and they're not home raising their kids. Somebody else is. Listen, the average children today spend less time with their mothers than you believe. They spend more time in daycare, these different institutions, than with their own mother. But these women believe that they're good mothers. No, you're not. You're an absentee mother. You're not even there. You're there part-time. These children are neglected in relationships right now. They're neglected. Modern women are not raising their children. Somebody else is raising them. These women don't have relationships with their children. The only time they see them is when they come home from work, after they pick them up from these daycare places that are really the places that are raising these kids. The daycare is changing your baby diapers right now, not you. Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. Think about how society got you programmed where you go to work and you drop your kids, your precious children, you drop them off to a daycare center. Where did we get this mess from? Your kids belong in your care, not in someone else's care. But you know why it's like that? Because you don't care. You don't care about your kids. Modern women don't care about their children because any woman that would take their kids and drop them off at a daycare center and trust the daycare to take care of them is irresponsible. Irresponsible. Irresponsible and selfish that you would drop your children off by somebody else. Now think about this, ladies and gentlemen. Think about this. Think about this. Let this make sense to you because I use nothing but logic. Modern women will be anti-polygyny and crying anytime I teach on the subject of a man having more than one wife, but yet you're sharing the responsibility of your children being raised with other women in these daycare centers. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So let me get this straight. You're the biological mother, but you're sharing the responsibility of your children being raised with somebody else. But when I talk about a man having more than one wife, you have a problem with that. Do you see how that works? She don't got a problem with someone else taking care of her kids while she at a 9 to 5. She don't have a problem. But if you have a sister wife because your husband have 2 wives, you have a problem with him being with her and her helping you with the kids. Why? Because he's intimate with her? You acting like you're being affected by that. See, brothers? Delusion, man. Delusion.
And so because of that, many refuse to approach or remain within that relationship. Are all these examples of things that do occur? Yes. But now we got to talk about the door. Because the reality is there are many men, even in this room, that aren't intimidated by your success. They're not intimidated by the fact that you make more money. Not that at all. But sometimes it's the attitude of superiority that you bring into the relationship that causes the problem.
Well, that's pretty much the majority of women. I don't know what he's talking about, but at the end of the day, all women, when they come into the relationship, they always have to talk about their degree, how much money they make, their job, and all this other nonsense when men are not concerned about that. Listen, ladies, if we're going to cut to the chase and get right down to the nitty gritty, men today, listen carefully, ladies, listen very carefully. We just want to bang you. Let's just make it clear. You know, we don't got time to sugarcoat this. We don't got no time to sugarcoat this. You might look good to our eyes and we want to bang you. That's it. So we don't care about your education. We don't care about how much money you make. What we care about is taking off your clothes and getting between your legs. That's it. Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness, somebody, please? Can I get a witness? That's all we care about. Right? Now, the whole relationship thing, all that stuff will take care of itself down the road. But when we initially see you and we like what we see, we want to bang you. We're not interested in your relationships with your degrees and how much plaques you got on your wall, how much money you make, and how fast your car is. We don't care about that stuff. What we care about is getting you in bed. That's it. That's it. We don't care about nothing else. I see a woman I like, I want to fuck her. I'm just being honest with you. See, here's the thing. You're not going to see that guy on the screen. He's not going to say what I just said. You know why? He's going to lose money. Now think about what I just said right there, ladies. I just kept it a buck with you. If I see a sister that I like, right, and she's looking real good from head to toe, everything is looking good, and she's sexy as hell, nice looking body, nice lips, all the stuff that guys like, I want to bang her. That's what's going through my mind. I'm not thinking about her education. I don't care what car she have. As long as I know we can have that meeting in that bed. That's what I'm concerned with. And then as we go through and, it is what it is, we start getting to know one another and, you start to develop, you start taking a real liking for her, you want to have a relationship with her. Then we can have kids, we can build and do all those other things that go along with having a relationship. But as far as I'm concerned, a brother, when he meet you, he want to bang you, and that's it. You see, I don't want to be your friend. Well, I want to be your friend for. No guy trying to be your friend. All them ladies up inside that audience right there are single and alone and growing old. Because they're independent. Guys don't care about that stuff. So we have to stop this mindset of thinking that, you come into a man thinking you're a big bad wolf with your education and your money and all this other stuff. Guys are not intimidated by none of that stuff. We just want to bang you, man. You know that already. We want to bang you. Is that too much to ask for? That's what this life is all about. Us banging you, you having kids, and the cycle continue. Pretty much. Nobody don't care about how much money you make. We just want to know what them legs look like when they split apart.
Because when he was making money, it was all good. But now we're seeing that women are now surpassing men.
Women are not surpassing men. What is this guy talking about? What is this guy talking about? He said women are surpassing men. Who in the world built this entire economy we're in? Who built all of these skyscrapers? Who built the submarines, the boats? Who did all this? Who's doing all of this stuff? It's not women. Stop. About women are surpassing us brothers. And listen, ladies, if you really were surpassing us men, that's another reason why you're single. Because you want to surpass a man. Why would you want to surpass the man that's supposed to be providing for you? That's the reason why. Listen, if we're at a track and field event and you are faster and you're ahead of the man, then there is no need for that man to protect you because you want to lead. And that's the problem. You want to lead the man. That's why you're single. This is crazy. It's sad. You know what's so dangerous about this, ladies? Is that if you really believe you're surpassing a man, right? And there was some sort of economic crisis or some sort of problem, because I see it's being written of in the chat right there. I see Jacob Jennings says economic crisis. Exactly. Let me see who else said that. Let me see. I don't see nobody else. I don't know if anybody else read it or said anything about economic situations. But if there was an issue in society where the economy collapsed and money don't have no value, you ladies are done. Do you know that, right? Everything you work for is over. At that moment, you're going to pray to heaven that you have a man around you. You're going to pray, and it's not going to be there. You're going to be by yourself. And that's when you're going to realize the importance of having that male figure in your life, because you're going to realize that your money cannot protect you once the economy drops. Matter of fact, your money still can't protect you. Y'all remember the video review that I did of that woman that was in the parking lot with that black guy, and they were there pretty much fooling around, and the police came in there. What happened to her when she didn't want to sign the report? She looked at the brother and thought that she can pull all of that privilege because she figures she's a black woman. Nobody can tell her nothing. She got a degree. You know what I mean? And she tried all of that mess, and what happened? She got thrown on that ground. See that? At that moment, she lost all her freedom, all her rights, and she was just a regular civilian. And that's exactly how it'll be in a world where you have no protection. And notice that even though she had a man next to her, that man couldn't do nothing for her. Because he was just there to pretty much get it in. See, if he was a real man, he would have told her, look, you better sign this paper right now and have some damn respect. You ain't gonna be out here acting a fool. Sign the paper and respect the cop. Stop this nonsense. But no, he ain't have no backbone because he figured the woman is leading him.
And now they wield the power, they're making the money, and there's an attitude that comes along with that.
See what he just said? That women have the power. What power? Women don't have no power over me. They don't have no power over me. I do what I want to do. I'm a man. What are you talking about? Power. Power and what? See, ladies, if you believe that you have power because you have a job, you're sad. You think you have power because you drive around a car? I can't believe this, man. I tell you, you know what the problem is? A lot of modern women never had a car or a house. So it's like once they get it, they'll be like, I got my own car. I got my own house. I don't need a man. That's sad, bruh. That's so sad. You got a car and a house and you believe you made it in life. A car that you're struggling to pay. I don't even know why you bought that car for. It don't make no sense to buy no car. I don't know why people waste their money for. It's crazy.
And so oftentimes a woman can emasculate that man.
No. Women emasculate men, period. And see, this is what I mean. This guy is not teaching you ladies nothing. He's not telling you what you need to hear. He's trying to make it look like you are inadvertently emasculating a man. No, rather than just telling the women, look, you got to quit all of this boss lady crap because you ladies are up in here trying to emasculate these men, and this is why these men are not staying. He's not going to do that because if he tell you ladies that straight up and down, you're not going to buy none of his books. Listen, brothers, I already figured this whole thing out. Women support you based off of their emotions. You tell them what they want to hear, you'll get cash apps, all the support. You get all of that. Rare is it that I get female support. It's only a few females here and there that support financially, but I never get no support really from females. Because, again, I'm not tickling their ears. But see, if I made videos about the 5 steps on how a man can be faithful only to one woman, you'll have cash apps like never before from women. They'll be sending me all their money. If I make a whole series on how men need to get their act right and settle with just one woman, man, my subscriber count will be at 1 million by the end of the week. All the ladies will be supporting me. They'll be like, oh my goodness, man, we need more brothers like him. See, all I got to do is just cater to their emotions. Do you see how easy I did that? Do you see how easy it is to manipulate women? All you got to do is start a channel and just pander towards women, brother, and you be successful. So brothers, look, if you brothers want to get the bag, if you want to be a content creator and you want to make money, fast money, all you got to do is start a platform, right? And then, just talk about, just pander towards women. Tell women what they want to hear. Be a Derek Jackson. Come in there and just start criticizing men and telling sisters what they want to hear. And they'll love you, bro. They won't get with you to give you no cooch. They won't become your wife, but they'll just love the fact that you're talking the talk they love to hear.
With her things. And oftentimes she will compare what he's done to what she's done. And that will make a man back up. And it's interesting because we're seeing a shift in society today. The cover of Time magazine just a couple of months ago said that women are the richer gender or the richer sex.
He said at the Times or some sort of magazine said that women are the richer gender. Who cares? When I tell you that the lies that are put out by society, if women are the richer gender, right? Why do women fight for equality in the workplace when it comes to pay and salary? If women are the richer gender. The lies. Men have always made more money than women because men do the hard, difficult jobs that women don't want to do. Period. Women don't want to go into the subway tracks and work in all of that hazardous environment. They don't want to be around the rats and the roaches. They don't want to be around that. Women don't want to work in the sewer. Women don't want to do no construction or no high-rise building hanging off the edge. Nobody don't want to do. Women ain't trying to do that. Women do not want to do the difficult work. You ain't going to see none of these female firefighters running around with 60 or 80 pounds on their back. Running up a flight of steps. Keep going out there trying to be a man. Keep doing that. It's not for you. So I don't know what he's talking about. Women are the richer gender. That's a lie. This is crazy. And you wondering why you're single and have no man.
So we're seeing a shift of roles taking place. According to a statistic that just came out in 2011, it says that men are now the #1 benefactors of marriage. That's deep.
He said, men are the #1 benefactors of marriage. You know what that implied, brothers? That if the marriage was to end, right, that he could get spousal support. When women are the ones filing for the divorces. These are all lies. Men do not benefit in no marriage. What is he talking about? Men do not even benefit in no marriage today. Women are the beneficiaries. They're the ones getting everything they need. There is no incentive of us brothers wifing up any woman in today's day. And you shouldn't. None of you brothers should wife up a woman based on the marriage contract in today's day. You should never do that, bro. Never. So if you're a man and you're listening to the stream, don't you dare take that woman down to wife her up legally based on the marriage contract. Don't you dare do that, bro. Do not do that. You want to make her a wife? You make her a wife based on your contract, your status, your standards that you approve of. Do you understand me? Don't marry her by the state. Don't do it. It's a trap. These women will get mad with me when I say that, but I don't care because you're not going to get married anyway. You're going to be single for the rest of your life. I mean, this guy is proving it right here. You follow guys like that, you're going to be single for the rest of your life because you refuse to listen to me. You refuse to step in the classroom, sit down and actually get your pen and pad and learn. You refuse to do that. Instead, you get mad every time I speak. I'm trying to show you ladies how you're going to get a quality man and remain in a quality relationship. You don't want that. You want to be a boss chick. Okay, keep listening to guys like that.
That is deep because traditionally men were the ones that were out getting the jobs, making the money.
And that's how it's supposed to be. But now women want to be a man now. They want to go out and get the job. They want to go out and be the provider. So ladies, if you want to be the provider, why are you interested in a relationship for? For what? There's no need for a man. I don't think these women realize how foolish they look and how crazy they sound thinking that a man is going to get into a relationship with you. For what? There is no purpose for him being there if you already got yourself together.
At home, women were more domesticated, and that is the way it was. Those were the gender roles. But now we're seeing a switch. So there was a time when we had pretty women and working men. But now it seems like we have a whole lot of pretty men and working women. We switch roles.
Now notice what he just said. Now we have a lot of pretty men and women that are working. And he's basically saying that men are out here taking on a woman role and they're more feminine. So right here, he's disrespecting brothers while making women feel like they are being accomplished, not realizing that at the same time he's disrespecting the brothers, he's telling you ladies that you're acting more like a man. You see that? He's mixing truth while at the same time disrespecting men by saying men are out here being pretty. Pretty in what way? Pretty in what way? See, this is what I mean by these manipulators. Because see, here's the problem. You have such thing as a handsome guy, but when you say pretty, now you're crossing over into something fruity. You're talking about a different demographic of guys that play for the other team. But he's throwing all men in the pot by saying these guys want to be pretty. Really? That's how you talking about brothers, men? And you're wondering why that entire room is filled with predominantly women. It's only women in there and probably like 3 guys. That's it.
And now things are getting all twisted and confused and messed up. Because many of us have been trained and acculturated and raised to believe that we should seek out a traditional man. But many of you are now non-traditional women.
Right. Non-traditional women. And that guy looked very, very suspect, bro. I'm just calling it what I see. That guy is suspect already. Right? We're going to leave that one alone. But notice what he said. He said that these women are non-traditional. So ladies, if you're non-traditional, don't expect to be a wife. What's the big point of wondering why you're single? You're not traditional. Why would a man waste his time trying to wife you up when you're non-traditional? A man don't want a non-traditional woman who's acting like a man.
You want a conventional man, but you are an unconventional woman.
And that's the truth. You want a man that's traditional. And now think about this, brothers. Modern women want a guy that's going to be a provider, protector, and traditional. Meaning you're just with her doing this and that, but she's not traditional to you. Which means she's not cooking for you. She's not cleaning for you. She's not bringing forth babies for you. She don't care about you. But she's expecting you to be a provider for her. That's crazy. That's a bad deal. Nobody's signing up for that mess. And they're wondering why they're single.
So now we're dealing with the confusion of what we actually are in reality versus what we were taught that we should be and have in society. So now there's this power struggle that exists between the...
No. There is no power struggle. The power and the struggle is both on different sides. Men have the power and women are struggling to take the power. That's what's happening. Men have the power and women are on the other side struggling, trying to take his power. That's what's going on right here. Women are struggling, trying to compete with men. Men are just out here being men. We're not competing with no woman. I don't know not one man trying to compete like, yo, man, I'm trying to make more money than Shorty, you know what I mean? For real, I'm trying to do that. Men don't do that. Men are just out here being men. Women are trying to compete. They're trying to buy better cars, live in better neighborhoods, bigger houses, and they really think that you're competing with a man. A man don't care about your big house. All he care about is your big behind. That's the only house he want to rock.
And the woman in the relationship, and money oftentimes gets in the way.
And that's the problem. Women are the ones who put money in the way because women make it all about money. They don't care about a man's character. They don't care if a man is good or bad. And this is why modern women always deal with a Pookie and Ray Ray. Listen, ladies, if you're viewing this stream, you have never been with a good man in your entire life. I can guarantee you, you have never in your entire life have ever been with a good man. Ever. You never been with one. You have only been with men that have been using you. Pookies and Ray-Rays. Why? Because those are the kind of men you attract when you're an independent woman. Women that are independent do not, I repeat, they do not look for men. They do not look for men, number one, that is a leader. Because they're leading. The woman want to control him. They look for guys that they know can depend on him. You better do right by me or I'm throwing you out my house. Have you ever seen a guy getting kicked out of a house and the woman is throwing all his clothes out the window and doing all sorts of madness? Somebody had recently sent me a video on Instagram with some woman throwing out a man's clothes. Now, obviously, that guy lived with her in her house. Women love guys like that, guys that they know they could throw out the house. That's why I keep telling you, brothers, make sure you got your own spot. Don't be living at no woman's house, bruh. Don't do that. Keep your spot, let her keep her place, and you keep that woman as a concubine, period. You see her when you see her, but don't do none of that, oh, I'm living with you. No, we're not doing that.
How many people saw that movie, Why Did I Get Married To? Wasn't that a good movie? No. Now,
notice all the women saw that movie.
it was okay. You know what? Honestly, you're right. The first one was better than the second one.
I never even looked at it, nor do I have time for that foolishness.
The second one, it was just so intense. It was just like, oh God. Now remember the divorce scene when Janet Jackson and Cuba, Malik.
Anybody watching any movies with Janet Jackson has a problem.
Were at the table and they were breaking up all of those accounts because they were getting a divorce, but there was that one account that she had. I think it was like $800,000 in that account, and she was just like, "That's my money. You didn't write these books. You didn't go on these speeches. You ain't had nothing to do with that. How could you expect to get anything of this money?" Now, how many of you agree with that position? Raise your hands up high so I can see you.
Wow, do you see all the women raising their hands? Brothers, I need for y'all to pay close attention in class, because this is why I keep telling you, deal with modern women as concubines. A lot of you guys, you're still not listening. You're not paying attention. I'm trying to teach you what's going on. You have to understand, again, I'm already successful when it comes to relationships, fam. I have a successful relationship and I practice polygyny. And I'm giving you real world advice. Do not, brothers, listen to me. It's 2022. I see the forecast. I see what the relationships are looking like in the day. Do not, I repeat, do not marry a woman based on the marriage contract today. Don't do it. Do you understand me? Deal with women as concubines. Have her as a concubine. Have 3 concubines at the end of the day. You have your place. She have her place. You deal with her in that regard. Did you not just hear what they just said? Based on the scene in the movie, the woman was going through a divorce, Janet, and in the process, she had money that was in an account. And she told this Negro, "You didn't help me to get this money. I wrote these books. This is my money." Right? So you ain't getting nothing of this. And the man asked all the ladies in the crowd, "Do you all agree?" And they all raised their hands that being that she worked and she got her thing and did her thing and got her bag and got her money, that the guy don't deserve nothing in that divorce that come from that money. Now, brothers, think about what's going on here. If you get into a relationship with a woman and you make money, or if you are a multimillionaire and you got a divorce, that woman is expecting money out of you. Now, what if you had that same mindset? Woman, you didn't bring nothing in this relationship. You didn't help me. You're not talented. It's me. I'm the one who did this. Imagine how the court's proceedings would go if a woman won't get nothing because she didn't bring nothing in that relationship. You're the one who was successful. Look at all those hands. That's how those women feel. They believe that their money is their money, and it should have nothing to do with you getting anything after the divorce. Why can't that be the way it is now? Why can't it be that if a woman got married to you and she didn't bring nothing, you're the one who was successful. You're the one who did everything. If that's the case, and she want to get a divorce, then let her go get the divorce. She don't get nothing in return. Nothing. Because look at how these women are, brothers. They're selfish. They want everything for themselves. But yet they expect you, brothers, to be a provider. Let's listen in, find out what happened.
If the shoe were on the other foot,
Listen.
and that man had that bank account, and he was out traveling the country, speaking, writing books, making money, and had this stash of cash in the account that you knew about, and you were getting a divorce, how many of you would expect that you would qualify for some of that money? The same hands that just went up that said that the woman should keep the money are the same hands that just went up that said that you deserve a piece of the money. That now see.
Do you see that? Do you see that, brothers? Do you see the hypocrisy with women and why I keep telling you stop and do not wife them up? Just leave them there. Let them stay single. You know what I mean? Let them stay right there. Deal with them from afar. Deal with them as concubines. And if she behave herself, you upgrade her to wife status based on your own contract. Notice that if the woman have money and she's getting divorced, she believes that the guy don't deserve nothing because he didn't help her to get that money. She did it by herself. But when the tables are flipped, right, and the guy got money, the very same women that raise their hand want your money. Do you see that? Do you see the double standard? Do you see how they are, brothers? This is why so many modern women are single and will remain alone. Brothers are not putting up with this madness, fam. Y'all done.
See the problem here? So a lot of times, the relationships that we have are messed up because our relationship with money has become messed up.
The women have that issue, not us men. Women have this issue when it comes to money. They're greedy. They're greedy, brothers. And see, what's so sad about you ladies today is that you'll have a brother working at Home Depot stocking boxes. That's what he do. He has a living. He's making a decent wage. And it is what it is. But you'll look down on the brother and think, well, he's not driving a foreign. He don't live in this big house. He ain't nothing. I can't get with a guy like that. Not realizing this is a good brother, stand-up guy, and he would love to get with a sister and take care of her and be a good man. But you don't want that because your focus is money. And this is why you always get with guys that just use you for sex. Because you got with a guy that look like he got money, or maybe he do got money, but he got a lot of options. He's in these streets dealing with multiple women. And see, ladies, there's a difference between a guy that's just out here being a whoremonger versus a guy that practices polygyny. A guy that is a whoremonger, he just go outside and bang whatever woman and he leave them. He could care less about relationships or anything. He just banging women, leaving them, and he don't care. That's called a whoremonger male. A man that practices polygyny, he have more than one wife, or he have a wife and he have multiple concubines, which means he got women that he deal with from afar. A woman that he kind of see every now and then. She got her job. She got her own little career thing going, but he's in a relationship with her. He hit her up. He's her companion. And that's just the way that relationship dynamic is. She is his concubine and she's faithful to him. She ain't out there messing with no other guy. She know he got a woman and she's cool. She understands her role. She play her position. Do you understand me? So there's a difference between a man that practices polygyny from a man that is a whoremonger male. But see, modern women always deal with the guy that is the whoremonger male. The guy that is just out there banging women and leaving them. That's the kind of guy women love. They love that kind of guy. They never encountered a good man. I can guarantee you, modern women have never been with a good man in their life. Their life. The majority of you ladies are having sex with the same men. Believe it or not, if we have 100 men, you ladies are having sex and relationships with about 10% of those men. 10% of the men are actually getting all these women pregnant. You're wondering why all these women are single mothers? It's 10% of the men that these women are dealing with. It's sad out here. If you women, if we were to put a glowing green light on the forehead of every woman, right, that was banged by a certain man and we let all women that were banged by that guy glow with a green glow in their head, it would shock you at how many women were with that same guy. It would astound you at how a very few percentage of men are banging the majority of the women today and getting them pregnant and leaving them with those babies. And then what happens is women go on social media and say all men are trash because of their bad experience with Pookie and Ray Ray. That's how bad it is out here. You ladies have never been with a good man.
And what we're seeing in our relationships today is that the one who has the money is the one who has the power. And because the power is shifting.
Notice that the one who have the money is the one that have the power. Now we know why modern women are working so hard to get degrees. They want power. They feel if they have all the power, they could control the relationship. And modern women are learning the hard way. With all your degrees, all your money, you still can't control that man's manhood. You can't. And that's why you're single and alone. Because you want power. And your money cannot buy you a relationship.
It's causing problems in our relationship. So, going back to the point, number one, women have the attitude that comes along with the power and the money that causes the problem. Number two, as women begin to empower themselves, and as women begin to get great jobs and great money, and they become more spiritually empowered, all of
women are not spiritually anything because they reject the Most High. Why are you trying to empower yourself? Empower yourself in what? What are you empowering yourself in? You belong in the presence of the Most High. The way you empower yourself as a woman is by getting in the scriptures and understanding the truth that's in the Bible and living accordingly. That's how you empower yourself. I don't want to hear anything about you being spiritual because we're going to talk about that as well. All this spiritual stuff is nothing but witchcraft. You understand? That's all it is. You rejected the truth. You rejected the Most High Yah. You got to come back and you got to repent and overcome your sins. That's why you don't got no man right now. You want to be a man. You want to go out there and get money because you thought money is going to give you power. With all the money you have, you can't buy that man's faithfulness. You can't. You're learning that the hard way. Most of you are in your 40s and you're growing old and you're mad at everybody else but yourself. You chose that life. You chose to be a boss chick. You chose education over family. That's what you did. Let's go.
different things. Every accomplishment that she has in her life becomes the new qualifier in her relationship.
See that? Every accomplishment that that woman have becomes the qualifier. She look at her accomplishment and then she judge you. Well, I got a degree. You don't, so I can't get into a relationship with you. I'm making 6 figures, so if a man is not making 6 figures, I can't deal with him. That's what's going on right now. That's crazy.
What does that mean? That means if she's got a good job, he better have a good job. If she's got a degree, he better have a degree.
See? That's how women judge stuff. So guys, if you got the Most High, if the woman don't have the Most High, leave her alone. If you're a provider and you're traditional and the woman is not in her traditional roles as a woman, leave her alone. And this is why women are alone.
If she owns her own home, he better not rent.
Now notice that. If she own her own home, you better not be renting. Do you see how superficial women are, brothers? Think about this. If she owned her own home and you got with her, you better not be renting. So let me get this straight. If I run into a sister and she got this beautiful house and I'm renting an apartment, that makes me less of a man. Really? So I gotta go get my credit good, start looking for a house so I can get the house so I can impress her. Hey, baby, look, I'm no longer renting. I got a house now. Am I qualified? Do you see that foolishness? So you got to have a house now because she got a house. Even though I don't need all that space. I don't need it. I'm good where I'm at. But for some odd reason, I got to do this in order to impress this woman. So we got 2 separate houses, but we're trying to become in a relationship. This doesn't make any sense.
If she makes $150,000 a year, he better not make a dollar less.
See that? So women will literally disregard a man because he makes less money. And that's what women have been doing for a very long time. Because she make $150 a year, right? Allegedly, because they don't all make this money. A lot of these women want you to believe that. And if they do, they're on OnlyFans. Right? Your 9 to 5 is not paying you that. Right? So a lot of women have rejected a lot of brothers because he ain't making a certain amount of money. And because of this, they put the brother on the back burner and figure, oh, he ain't nothing. I'm not going to deal with him and all this other nonsense because he's making less money. And that's sad. That's sad that as a woman, you would disregard a quality man based on his salary. But that's what's going on in the world we live in. So a lot of women have literally gotten rid of good men and avoided a quality relationship just because a man is making less money. Now think about that, ladies. You got rid of a quality man that would have been there with you because he's not making a certain amount of money. How pathetic and superficial you are. And you really think that you're going to find quality love? You're never going to find that because you base everything off of money. And it's because you don't read the Bible. It's because you don't serve God. You go to church as a Christian, but you don't serve God. You just go there because you're religious. This is why I keep telling you, brothers. A lot of times you be thinking that all these women are in the truth. They all following the Most High. No, they're not. They're not. They're not following the Most High. If you want to know if a woman is following the Most High, first thing you talk about is polygyny. First thing first, talk about polygyny. Talk about a man having more than one wife. If that woman that claims she's in the truth, shalom, 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 if she's not in support of polygyny, she's not with the Most High. She's not. Don't tell me you follow God and you believe in the Bible, but you don't believe in a man having more than one wife. Once you talk about that, brother, and that woman start getting her emotions, that is all the proof you need to know that she do not read or follow the Bible. Period. Don't even talk to her about, oh, do you serve the Lord? Ask her about polygyny. Find where her mind is on that. That's the indicator today. That is the indicator. That is how you know if a woman is serving God. Because the Bible says that women will be saved in childbearing. She's going to be saved when she get that husband. That is how a woman gets saved. When she get that husband and bear his children. But modern women don't do that. They want a career.
If she can bench press 250 pounds, he better come correct. So everything that she does, he's got to do equally good or better, and if not, he's disqualified and X'd off the list.
Wow.
And what's deep about that is, many women have been in pursuit. Now think about this. When women graduate, a lot of times you're graduating with your degrees. There have been other women who have been said that once they graduate with their MRS degree, their Mrs. degree, because they soon have to get married after their college experience. But many black women are not getting married. And unfortunately, black women are forced to make a choice that they should not have to make. And that is, do I pursue my man or pursue my mission?
Pursue her mission? Notice that. Notice how he did that. Notice how he did that. That he said that black women have a choice of either I pursue my man or I pursue my mission. You see how he did that? So he's basically saying that her mission is separated from her man. No, woman, your mission is to be a helpmate to that man. That's your mission. If you read the Bible, you know that your mission is being a helpmate to the man. Not your own special side mission of being a businesswoman. That's not your mission. That's selfish vanity.
What's deep about this is that many women think that men are scared of commitment, and that's not true. Men are not scared of commitment. Men want commitment, but they just want it at a different season in life than you do.
No. No, they don't. All of this stuff about commitment and all this other stuff, we need to put this in proper context. Men can have more than one wife. So when he say commitment, you have to understand, when he say the word commitment, that means him being committed to only one woman. Right? Men today are never committed to one woman. That's one of the biggest lies ever told in the history of civilization. But women believe that. Women really believe that lie. You go ask any woman, she'll believe that, oh, she's gonna find a guy that's gonna be just with her. That's a lie. That is a lie. Look, today's supposed to be some sort of Labor Day type stuff. Is it today or is it tomorrow? I'm not sure what day it is. I think it's Monday is Labor Day. I'm not sure what day it is, but I don't know. I know they had something yesterday and whatnot, but it doesn't matter. But the point that I'm making is this. Do you think all those women that go down to the parkway and all these different carnival stuff, do you think that they believe that their man is just faithful to them? So I'm faithful during carnival, right? Not that I attend none of that stuff, because I don't. But I'm just trying to make you understand that all of those women are not faithful. They're out there, shaking their behind. Carnival and bacchanal and all them thing them. Doom, 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 doom. Hold up your bouncy, doom, doom, doom. Wind up your bouncy, doom, 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 doom. You know, you already done know how it is. All those women be out there shaking their damn tail, but expect the man to be faithful with all the women naked outside? No, it ain't happening.
Because what's interesting is that women typically want commitment much younger in life.
Women don't want no commitment younger in life. That's a lie. Women throw away the best years of their life in their prime years. What is he talking about? What is he talking about? Let me tell you the truth, brothers. This is the truth. Us men, when we're younger, we try to secure a sister very young so that she could be our girlfriend. We try to do the right thing from a young age. Yeah. Men are the ones that try to seal the deal in their young years, not women. You understand? And what normally happens is that young boy gets his heart broken because the woman is not faithful. The young girl is not faithful because she's out there fooling around with different guys. And then what happened to that young man? He tells himself, you know what? I'm not going to be Mr. Faithful no more. I'm going to go out there and just do whatever I want to do. That's what's going on.
Men want commitment much older in life. And so in the season of when you want that marriage and that relationship, for whatever reason, he's not ready. And so you're forced to make a choice. Because I can't get my man when I want my man, I'm going to switch gears and pursue my mission.
No, that's a lie. Modern women have been taught due to the feminist movement that they need to forget about relationship, forget about marriage, and pursue an education. Because the fear that was planted in women's minds is that they need to make sure that they're protected in case they get into a relationship and the man dies, or if he get incarcerated, right? That she won't go without. So get your education, pursue your career, get this big paying job so that you don't have a need for a man. He's trying to make it seem like, well, men are looking for commitment later in life. So since men are not ready to settle down, you got time to go get that career, right? And get your education. So he's blaming men, right? For not settling down early for the cause of women getting their education. Man, this is pure manipulation. Pause. Do you see that? Do you see how he's blaming men for why women are out there getting careers and all this other stuff? He's making it seem like us brothers are not trying to settle down early. So it gives women time to go after their mission, which is some career that we don't really want them to have. Because I don't know any man that's looking for a career woman when he's looking for a wife to bear his children. I find a sister right now and she's single and have no children. I'm trying to breed her up. I'm not looking for her to have some career somewhere thinking she's a boss chick. Now, if she got a job, it is what it is. But if she's single and she don't got no kids, my motivation and my purpose is to pretty much make her join my team so I can breed her up. That's the whole purpose of life. I'm not looking for her to go out on dinner dates and waste my time. I'm trying to build family structure. I don't got no time. See, you ladies, y'all out there wasting y'all womb. Y'all wasting your time. Real men are trying to establish family. They're not out here wasting their time trying to take you out to no damn dinner date. I don't got time for all of that.
And what's happening is because women have been in search for a good man with good money and a good job.
No, women have been in search of a unicorn. You understand? You don't, ladies do not want a good man. So stop. Women do not want good men because the kind of men women have always gotten has always been the Pookie and Ray Ray type. Always. These modern women have never been with a good man ever in their entire life.
And a provider and can't find that at that season in life.
Another thing, women want a perfect guy, a unicorn, a guy that, listen, all women want the same kind of guy. He's making all this money. He's faithful to only them. He's this. He got good D, right? He's more than 6 feet tall. He's Mr. Perfect. And you ladies are wondering why you're single. The guy you're looking for don't exist. He don't exist. You're crazy.
She's made the decision to become that.
That's exactly it. Women have made the decision to become the man that they're in search of. That's crazy. In all sense and purposes, modern women have become the unicorn man that they always desired. She's her own provider. She have sex with herself with her rose toys and other toys. Right? That's it. Women do have relations with their self now. This is sad, man.
So in that sense, women have become the men that they seek.
Wow.
Did you hear that? So now, when you enter into the relationship, you're now playing the role that you were looking for him to play. You're bringing your resume into the relationship because that's what you were looking for in that man. But you've become that.
Yeah, you have become a man in all sense and purposes. And anytime you come to a relationship as a woman and you have a laundry list of what you expect a man to be, you already fail. You already fail because that's not your place. You're supposed to be a helpmate. You're supposed to be wife ready, a woman that's ready to serve. Do you understand me? You're supposed to come to a man to serve him, not coming to a man with a list of what you expect him to have. That's crazy. And what in the world he getting? Vagina? That's it? So I gotta have all of this stuff so I could get what? Vagina. That's it? That's all I'm getting. So I gotta have 6 figures, I gotta be this tall, I gotta have this house, this car, all this other stuff. For what? For some vagina. Brothers, do you see why you need to leave these women alone and focus on yourself, bro? They're not important, fam. Brothers, I don't care how pretty they look. They all online. All they're looking for is attention. These women ain't trying to get into no relationships. They ain't trying to serve. They ain't trying to do nothing. You're wasting your time. It's best to just get your money together, do what you gotta do, focus on you, and watch how all those women want to be around you. Watch. And once they come around, you just make them concubines. Do not make none of them a wife. Just keeping it a buck with you, bro.
You become that by circumstance, you become that by force, and because now women are outpacing our men and
outpacing our men? What? You gotta be kidding me, fam. She said that women are becoming like this by force. No, you're becoming like this by choice. You are literally choosing to be single. You're choosing to be independent. You're choosing to be a boss chick. Nobody did this by force. You did this yourself.
Some of our men, their progress has been arrested, their development has been arrested. Now we have inequality in these relationships. Is that what we see?
Wow.
That's causing challenges now. Now, it's quite interesting because when we're dealing with the strong, how many of you by show of hands would agree that you're a strong, black, independent woman? Let me see your hands.
You see all the strong, independent black women in the crowd? And you're wondering why these women are single. What man wants a strong woman who's saying that she's independent? I want all you ladies in the clouds, go look up the definition of the word independent. and then slap yourself in the face and say, that's why I'm single? Can I get a witness? That's why you're single. That's why you're single. There's no way to put it. You're single because you're independent. You have no need of a man.
There's a chapter in, are you learning something? Yeah. Are you listening to that? There's a chapter in this book entitled, Too Strong for Your Own Good.
Notice that in his book, there's a chapter, Too Strong for Your Own Good. All of that stuff that caters to women's emotions.
It's quiet in here now. And what is my point? My point is, as black women, there has been a historical legacy of strength that is in your history, where you were forced to be strong.
Forced to be strong, wow. She was forced to be strong? No. The feminist movement told you, if you want to get this check, get that black man out that house. And it's still going on to this day. You got women lying about the fact that the baby daddy is not there in order to get their rent lowered. You get some public assistance, they got to say, oh, I don't got my man. I don't know where he at. Man be right there in the crib, but she have to lie in order to get certain benefits from the government now. Because they're not going to give you nothing if you say you got a man. That's just the way it is. So nobody forced you to do anything. You made a choice.
You were forced to play roles that you were never designed to play.
What do you mean forced to play roles she was never designed to play? If women are in a role they weren't designed to play, then he just contradicted everything, because that means that women are designed to be barefoot and pregnant in the house, ironing your drawers and cooking and cleaning. Because he just said that women are literally doing roles they weren't designed to do. So that means all of these women that are claiming they're independent and they don't need a man are in a role they're not supposed to be in. So how is this man helping you if he's not telling you the truth? He's manipulating you. And that's how they sell books. They sell books by manipulating you and playing with your emotions, rather than just telling you that you are the damn problem. Rather than telling you the truth, they tickle your ears and they pander to you and they make it seem like you were forced to be the way you are. And it's not your fault. Ladies, it's not your fault. It's not your fault that you're independent. It's because of slavery. It's because the black man wasn't there to protect you. That's what it is. It wasn't because you did anything wrong. You're perfectly normal, ladies. The condition that you're in, it's not your problem. Never holding them accountable for their actions.
You were forced to be mommy and daddy.
Wow. So she was forced to be mommy and daddy? No, she's the one who filed for divorce. She's the one who left the baby father, not because he did anything wrong. Ladies, you didn't leave that guy because he did anything wrong when it comes to raising the children. You left him because you wanted to control his manhood. You didn't like the fact that you found out he had another woman. That's why the relationship ended. You weren't forced to be mommy and daddy. You chose to be mommy and daddy. And then you brainwash your children by making them think that their father's a deadbeat bum, when really you're the deadbeat mom. You're just bitter because that guy had another woman and you didn't want to deal with that. So you made the choice to be both mommy and daddy. Woman, you can never be a father to your son. So stop it. You understand? You don't see no man walking around here talking about he's both father and mother. You don't hear not one man talking like that. That's perverted. So any woman walking around talking about she's both the mommy and the daddy, something's wrong with her. Mentally. You can never be a father. Never. You don't have what it takes to be a father. Let's go.
You were forced to be husband and wife.
So she was forced to be husband and wife. It's crazy.
You were forced to have high levels of femininity and high levels of masculinity.
Modern women don't have no femininity. What is he talking about? Modern women are masculine today, bruh. Masculine. That's why we have the problems we have today. Show me a woman that's feminine. Please, somebody show me. Where's she at? Show me a modern woman. Listen, I'm going to have to start a challenge, the feminine challenge. Show me a modern woman today that is feminine. Because I don't think women understand what feminine mean. Show me a modern woman that's feminine. Please point her out in the crowd. Show me where she's at. Because all we have today is masculine women. That's all we have. Masculine. And again, if you want to know these meanings, look up the words.
By circumstance. And so even on the plantation, we know that the black family was decimated.
Yeah. By population control and the powers that be. They destroyed the black family. And modern women are still literally being instruments of this chaos and destruction because they refuse to repent.
And every single time a couple got together, something happened to that family. Examples would be that husband would be sold off to another plantation or would be lynched and used as an example to all the rest.
I don't know why he's wasting his time using slavery that have nothing to do with today right now. Let's deal with today. Everybody always want to talk about slavery and plantations and all this other stuff. Back then, y'all would jump in a broom. Do you understand me? So when they split you up, it is what it is. But he's using slavery rather than focusing on today. What are these women doing today? What are they doing today? Let's hold them accountable. No, he's not doing that. He's pandering to them. He's using slavery as a reference to prove his points. Let's go.
And so a woman constantly has her man taken from her. Sometimes the baby will be snatched out of a woman's arms and sold off to another plantation or used as bait.
See, he's playing with your emotions now. In other words, they're using your baby as bait. It was sold off to another plantation. Your man is constantly being taken from you. So he's basically saying, see, so you're going through that today. Your man is not staying. He's constantly moving around. Your children is unprotected. He's making it seem like it's somebody else's fault. You don't hold no fault in this. It's all being done against you. That's why you are the way you are. You don't have no blame. It's everybody else's fault.
Oh, yeah. And so she's in a position now where all of a sudden she's seeing everything being taken away from her. So when she has children, she raises that son up on the plantation to say, be quiet, don't be aggressive, play dumb.
No, the real truth of what happened during slavery under those circumstances is the fact that they didn't want no rebellious slaves. So you had the so-called mammies and these type of big mama type women during slavery that literally emasculated all the sons. Why? Because anytime a man, see, this is why when women say that black men don't protect black women and, oh, why during slavery, y'all didn't protect us and die for us. If you really want to be honest, black men were dying every day in slavery trying to protect black women. Every day. Do you understand me? This is why when there was some controversy that happened a while back, a couple of years, where somebody had said something regarding slavery, I'm not sure if it was Kanye, I think it was Kanye, or somebody said something regarding slavery about how slavery was a choice or something along those lines, and I think they got bashed for that. Oh, it was Kanye that said that? Okay, now, when he said slavery was a choice, now, let me make this very clear because I'm going to explain something very deep. Kanye wasn't lying when he said slavery was a choice. He wasn't lying. That's true. You either be a slave or you're going to die. Now, why is it that in that time, women believe that men were not protecting them? Because, you know, you have modern women today that love to say, oh, black men, y'all never protected us during slavery. Y'all caused us to go through this and that. First of all, slavery was the curse of the Most High given to the children of Israel for not obeying his laws, statutes, and commandments. Let's make that very clear. The white man is not at fault for putting you in slavery. I repeat, the white man is not at fault for putting you in slavery. If you're a white man and you're viewing, if you're a white woman and you're viewing this stream right now, it is not your fault. Don't feel guilty. It is not your fault that my people were placed in slavery. My people, the biblical Israelites, the children of Israel, they were placed in slavery by the Most High. According to the scriptures, the Most High said that he would bring another nation from afar who will put you in slavery because you didn't obey his laws, statutes, and commandments. So that was the Most High who did it. So if anybody have a problem with slavery, you need to take that up with the Most High because he's the one who put you in slavery. Now, what a lot of Israelites like to say is that, oh, the people who put us in slavery went overboard. No, they didn't go overboard. They did exactly what the Most High wanted them to do. Nobody went overboard. So if the white man whooped your tail, if the white man destroyed your women, if the white man abused your sons, all of that was the will of the Most High Yah on his people. Period. See, I'm not making excuses, nor am I dwelling on slavery, because when you read the Bible and you understand history, the Most High put you in bondage because of your evil ways. Do you understand me? So now when we look at that situation, right, slavery was in fact a choice because we had a choice to obey the Most High or go into bondage. And we went into bondage because we were wicked. Do you understand? But now here's the thing. Women love to say that black men were never protecting them. No, in fact, we were trying our best. And every time we tried to protect black women, we would die because we were in slavery. Remember, the punishment came from the Most High Yah. So you're not escaping slavery until you repent. So every black man that tried to rise up to fight so-called massa would be met with death. And that death was the Most High putting you to death, not the slave master. You were fighting against the power of the Most High. So, in response of that, the black woman said, I'm tired of seeing my sons dying every day trying to protect us because black men were dying every single day. You don't think every time a black man saw a young girl get molested by the white man, you don't think he tried to lay his life down? Of course he did. And every time he did that, he would die. So what the black women did, they said, every time we have sons, we're going to emasculate them. That's the only way for our survival. We're going to emasculate our boys. And black women began to emasculate their sons from a young age to make them weak, to make them think like a woman. And at the same time, they taught their young girls to think like a man. Do you see that? Because they were tired of seeing their young boys die. So they made the boys so weak that the boys didn't want to fight no more. The boys didn't want to go after the white man to execute vengeance. Instead, they were passive. They just did what they had to do and did as they were told, like a good old slave. So now, today, the black woman is doing the same thing. She's emasculating her sons, making them weak. So a lot of you ladies that keep talking about, oh, these men ain't this, these men ain't that. Well, these men that are coming up are being raised by these single mothers. Right? So when we look at slavery, black men have always been trying their best to protect black women, but you can't protect women when you're wicked and you're being judged by the Most High. So now today, this guy is going to use slavery to try to make these women believe that, the women were doing this and that and the roles were reversed and all this other stuff. No, it was all by choice. Y'all chose to do that. You chose to do that. Everybody could have got out of slavery if all the people began to serve the Most High and repent and cry out. But they didn't do that. They were in pride and they endured slavery. That's the history.
Don't come across educated, because if you do, your life may be at risk.
And that's exactly what happened during slavery. Because if you come across as educated as a black man, they'll put you to death. That's why they didn't want black men to read or write. See, black women were reading. Black women knew how to write. See, during slavery, certain things was allowed for women, right? And certain things wasn't allowed for men. Their greatest fear was a man, a black man. But they allowed the black woman to thrive. They allowed the black woman to read, to write, to do all of that stuff, but they didn't want the black man to learn how to read or write. Why? Because he would gather all the other black men and they would rise up and build an army. Do you understand me? And yet you ladies today, you don't even know your history. You don't even know what's going on. You think this is a game. The powers that be feared the black man. The Most High knew what his men were capable of doing. That's why the enemy didn't want them to learn to read or write. But they didn't have no problem with a woman knowing. They wanted to keep the men dumbed down. And you ladies today, you want to keep these men dumbed down still. You're still working with the slave master to keep the black man down. That's deep, bruh.
She trains that girl up on the plantation to be strong, to be independent, just in case your man is taken from you. These lessons have been passed down from generation to generation to generation.
That's called a generational curse, which goes back to the scriptures. It's a generational curse. That's all it is. Women were taught to think like men by women. And women emasculated their sons. So all the sons was raised to think like women, and the women were raised to think like men. And who's responsible for that? Women. Women created the problem that's here.
Even in our households today, how many of you, by a show of hands, have been taught by your mother or your mother and your father to be strong, to be independent, to have your own this, to have your own that, don't rely on no man? Look at the hands.
Notice all the hands, all women. All women. Only women is in that house, bruh. Only women. Look at all the women. And they all raising their hands because they were all taught to be independent by their mothers because their mother had no man.
So they have trained you to prepare yourself to exist without a man.
See that? Modern women were trained to exist without a man. And you ladies are wondering why you're single right now. You're wondering why you don't got no man. You were trained for your job. Your job in life is to have no man. Just like slavery, you're in bondage right now and you don't even realize you're on the plantation of loneliness, the plantation of single motherhood, the plantation of just being miserable. And that's where you are right now. See, there are two things you are guaranteed to become in this lifetime, ladies. A single mom or just single and childless for the rest of your natural life. Yeah. It's all your choice. You chose that.
Now, even though their teaching was good to a degree.
No, the teaching that they taught was never good. It is never good to teach a woman to be independent. No. You're supposed to teach a young girl to be a wife and teach a young man to be a provider and a builder so that he don't work for nobody. Instead, he just go out there and start a business. But no, what we teach our sons is to go get a good job. We don't teach them to be independent by getting a business. How about teaching your son to be an entrepreneur? How about teaching him that? No, we don't do that. We teach him to get his resume so he could get a 9-to-5 job. We set him up for failure already. How about teaching that young boy of what it means to be a businessman in his teen years? So by the time he hit a certain age, he already got a business and he's a teenager. We're not doing that. We train our kids to work. We train them to be slaves. Whereas white folks, Asians, and other folks, they teach their children about business, ownership. They teach their children how to hire people to work for them. When I tell you our community is so backwards and downtrodden, it's sad. We literally train our kids to be slaves. We train them to go on the job and work 8, 12, 16 hours a day. We train them. We make it feel like it's a good thing to do that. It's a good thing to just be on a job for 16 damn hours working all your life. No. Okay, granted, you had a job, you had a period of time where you had to work at the 9-to-5, cool, but you should be moving up. Why is it that we train our community to just focus on having a job and working for the rest of your life? I mean, somebody got to work, somebody got to do the labor, but at the end of the day, do you got to stay there for the rest of your life? Why can't we teach our children to be business owners? Why we can't train them to be entrepreneurs? Why? Is that so bad? But see, look at what modern women are doing. They're focusing on business, this, that, because they want to outdo a man. That's what they want to do.
Because it trains you to be strong and independent in those situations. It was not complete. So we heard more teachings that said, if he's not there, if he doesn't do right, this is what you need to do.
Now, when he says, if he doesn't do right, the only reason why relationships in today's day end when it comes to modern women is because of one thing and one thing only. That guy cheated on the so-called woman. In her mind, he got with another woman. I'm mad, so because I'm mad, I'm going to throw away a good man. I hope he's a good man because we would like to think he's a good man, but normally he's not, right? Because in a woman's mind, a good man to a woman is a guy that is faithful to just her. She got it all twisted and all backwards. No man is monogamous, ladies, none. I would never be monogamous, ever. That's not even in my blood. That's not in my DNA. It makes no sense. I see a sister that I like, I'm going to holler, period. Doesn't matter if I have a woman. Doesn't matter if I have a wife. I could love her to kingdom come. It doesn't matter. If I see another sister I like, I want to build with her too. I want to mate with her too. I want to bring forth children with her too. And there's nothing wrong with that according to the Bible. That's how life is. That's life. But see, in the mind of a woman, she believes a good man is a man that she could control. That's how women see you, brothers. A good man to a modern woman is a man she could control. Do you understand, brother? Write it down. A good man to a modern woman is a man she could control. So if you're not the kind of guy that a woman could control, she don't see you as a good man. That's how you got to see this, brothers.
But many of us, unfortunately, haven't been given the lessons. This is how a man should treat you. This is how you should treat a man. And so what we're doing now, we're entering into relationships, leaving men with no role to play because we were trained to do without him. So many of our parents are raising our daughters to be men.
No, modern women are training their daughters to be men. Fathers do not train their daughters to be men. I'm talking about a masculine man. A masculine man understands that in order for his daughter to have success, she's going to need a man just like him. So why would he train his daughter to not depend on a man if he's a good, upstanding father in that house? Why would he teach her otherwise? He would teach her to be submissive. He would teach her to understand her role, to depend on a man. Who cares if she's a teenager and she got a job and in her 20s she got a job? He would teach her you need to depend on a man so he could provide for you. Don't be one of these independent type women thinking you don't need no man because you're going to be single for the rest of your life. He's going to instill that in his daughter. So I don't know what he's talking about.
This is deep. This is really deep. And so now we have relationships with all types of issues. And we're wondering why. Because when a woman says something like, you know what, I'm strong, I'm independent, I don't need no man. When you say that, that's a good thing because you're talking about your strength. You're talking about...
No, that's a bad thing. When you're talking about you're independent, you're saying you don't need a man. What is he talking about? That's the worst thing you can say as a woman is that I'm independent. I don't need no woman. No man. That's what you're basically saying. I don't need a man. You're not talking about your strengths. Your strengths is being a wife. That's where your strengths are. Being a mother. That's where your strengths are. You having a damn job or business is not your strength. That's an illusion. Look at you now. You're suffering right now. You're struggling. You know how many women at the sound of my voice is literally in a situation where they're struggling? Struggling. Trying to be in a relationship by themselves. No husband, no man, nothing. This is sad.
your ability, you're prideful about what you can accomplish as a woman. And women are making it happen, women are doing it. But the reality is, everyone in society, the name of the chapter is Too Strong for Your Own Good. Everyone historically has benefited from the strength of black women, but black women.
I don't know what he's talking about. Everybody has benefited from nothing. Nobody benefited from anything with none of this nonsense that black women got going on out here with all this independent stuff. Nobody has benefited. The community don't benefit, your children don't benefit, and definitely none of us brothers because we not wifing you up. You're alone right now. So how are you benefiting? How is anybody benefiting? You're the one who want to go out there working at that 9 to 5 for the rest of your life, being a slave on the job, rather than allowing this man to lead and guide you so he could be that provider. You don't even trust in him. You don't even believe in him. Modern women don't even have confidence in you brothers to provide. They look at you as a failure. They look at you like, man, let me go do it. I don't need you to provide. I'll go to the job myself. I'll work for my own money because I don't want to work with you because you're going to end up losing your job anyway. They don't even believe in you. They don't even trust in you, fam. This is why they're single right now. So I don't know what is he talking about. He manipulating them.
The community has benefited from her strength. Her man has benefited from her strength. Her children have benefited from her strength, except you. And so now we have relationships where you don't need a man because you think that's good. But when men hear that, they hear something completely different. They're saying, well, okay, if you don't need no man, and if you can do it all by yourself, then be by yourself. And that's why we see such an alarming rate of our beautiful, strong, intelligent women by themselves. And it's
beautiful, strong, intelligent. See how he's pandering to them? All that beautiful, strong is not making these men wife you up. We don't want to hear that stuff. That stuff is so offensive to us brothers when you talk about how independent and strong you are. I don't give a damn about that. It's me who's fixing this house. It's me doing the repairs. It's me doing the plumbing. It's me doing the carpentry work. It's me installing the TV on the wall. It's me installing the ceramic tiles. It's me that's installing that new tub. It's me mowing the lawn. It's me on top of that roof in the hot sun. Do you understand? It's me painting the kids' bedrooms. It's me doing that. It's me under the sink fixing that leak. It's me doing that. I'm fixing the car. I'm changing the tire. It's me doing that. I'm doing all the handiwork. I'm doing all of this work. So I'm doing all of this stuff, but yet I can't get a hot plate. I can't get a submissive woman. She don't even want to have babies. Do you know how many women I see posing like they wives and don't even got no children? I'm married, I'm this, I'm that. Well, where your kids at? This is why you brothers gotta stop following all these so-called females, fam. Anytime you following a woman and she claiming she married and she don't got no kids, that's a red flag right there, bro. That's a problem because it goes right back to the industry. Modern women refuse to have children for these brothers, fam. How could you be a brother with a woman and you don't even have no kids with her? Talking about you got a relationship. How you with a woman this long and you ain't breed her up yet? So let me get this straight. You shooting blanks all this time? Oh, I get it. Your woman is just eye candy. She's eye candy to get these brothers. I get it. It's a business, right? And this is why you have a lot of celebrities that refuse to have babies because they know it once they do, their body gonna change. Half of these sisters, if they go get pregnant right now, they gain like 100 pounds. You won't see brothers cash apping them no more. If the cat fit, let him wear it. Let's go.
Unfortunate and it's unfair. When you understand what independence really means, you may have a different take on it. Now, in the book, which many of you have.
Why you keep going to your book? We know what independence means, so stop.
According to the word independence, can I give you the definition? According to Roger Superthesaurus.
So you need a book in order to know what independence is. Wow.
independent means self-determining, self-governing, self-reliant, self-sufficient, and separate.
Duh. So let me get this straight. Women need to buy your book to know what independent means. I tell you, fam, this is sad. This is sad. This is crazy.
Likewise, the word dependent means to rely upon for support, to place trust or confidence in. And so when these operational definitions are used, they tell a very powerful message.
Yeah, it says that you don't need a man. And this is why I don't entertain women that call themselves independent black women. I don't even want to be near you. In the world, I want to be around a woman who don't believe that she needs me. Please. When a man know that he's needed, it makes him work. It makes him do things for you. This is where you ladies mess up. Once a man feel like he's not needed, he's out.
When a man or woman is committed to being independent within their relationship, what they're really saying is, I don't trust you.
Yep.
I have no confidence in you. I can't rely upon you. I'm going to be self-determined, self-governing, and self-sufficient.
This is nothing new. I've been teaching that same thing for years. And see, it be those kind of gurus who watch my videos and next minute they go out there writing books with all my material. That's what they do. These kind of guys watch my content and then they go out there and they write books and act like they're the smart guy. And they just been watching my content. I've been talked about this. I've been taught these things years ago, fam. I've been saying the same thing. Modern women don't trust you brothers. They figure I'm gonna go do it. I'm gonna do this. Notice I'm reacting and I just finished saying it and now look at him right now. This is sad. And I can guarantee he's probably a Christian, got a good old Christian woman and she controls him. Because typically those type of Christian guys, their woman control them. They can't do nothing without the approval of their woman.
And that's fine as long as you are by yourself. But anytime you enter into a relationship and you commit yourself to being independent, it causes a problem because you leave that other partner with no role to play. So whether it's coming from a man or a woman, independence is never good within the confines of a relationship.
And you listen, no matter how much you tell that to a so-called black woman, she's not going to listen. I've already taught on this in videos in the past. I talked about how if you're a woman, right, and you're single and you got a job, okay, cool. You got a job. I understand you got to provide for yourself. You got your own apartment, your own crib. You're paying your bills. I get it. Ain't nothing wrong with you doing that. I ain't saying don't have no job, don't have nothing, be a bum, and just sit there and just, it is what it is. No. What I'm teaching is this. When you get into a relationship with a man, you got to know how to fall back and play your position. You got to know how to be like, okay, cool. I got this job. Cool. I got my man. I see that he's doing well. He's working. He's doing this. I got to now transition into my role as a wife. So although I got this job, I got to now make the transition. I'm pregnant. I'm carrying his baby. It's time for me to trust and transition. But that's not what you want to do. You don't do that. Instead, you try to carry the baby and then tell your job, well, I'll be back after 6 months. Rather than letting this man be this provider, let him play his position. Let him do what he got to do because it's going to make the man work harder. He's going to do more once he know that you are home taking care of your business. But see, you don't want to do that. And that's why we have this problem today. You want to be the man. You want to be the provider. You want to do this. So the man is like, look, you do it yourself. Since you want to do everything, just do everything. I'm out. I'm good. I'm going to go chill, be a bachelor, and just deal with these women accordingly. You could just sit there and be a man.
You should never be independent of, and you should never be completely dependent upon. You should have interdependence, where you're relying on one another. And when you need to be self-sufficient, that's when it rises up. See, when he's not doing good, when he's falling on hard times, that's when your self-sufficiency should step up to the plate. But you don't want to bring that into the relationship if he's capable of doing what he needs to do.
And see, women don't understand that. It's like if you're a woman and your man fall on hard times, but for whatever reason, you had a job and you tried to help him out. There's nothing wrong with that till he get back on track. But see, what you like to do, ladies, you like to come to the relationship with this spirit of you're so independent and you're competing with the man. Imagine you're competing with a man that you want to be with. That's stupid, right? You don't do stuff like that. You're supposed to be a helpmate, a helper. Encourage. The man he's down and out right now. He fell on some hard time. Encourage him to get back on his feet, right? Do that. Play your position, play your part. But no, you don't want to do that. Instead, you want to compete with him to be the man. I'm independent. I don't need you. You're never going to have a relationship that way. Once a man feel like he's not needed, the relationship is done. It's over. Men like to know they're needed. Men like to hear the woman come to him and be like, baby, could you, is it possible you could put some shelves on the wall? I bought some shelves from Home Depot, but I don't know how to install that stuff on the wall. A man want to know that you need him to do it. You see that? Is it possible you could do this? Could you do that? That's how a man, he want to be utilized. Men want to feel like, wow, this woman really needs me and he's doing things. He's accomplishing things. He's using his abilities as a man. But see, no, what you want to do, you be with a man, and instead of you let the man fix the toilet, you hire in a so-called plumber. Plumber come in, all he did is use a snake and unclog the toilet. You could have just went to Home Depot and got your own electric snake and did that. You're depriving the man of his own masculinity. Now the brother walking around looking stupid. Another man is in the house doing what he's supposed to do. Let me tell you something, fam. I don't need no man to come do nothing for me. I am super skilled with multiple different trades, fam. Do you understand me? I could do practically anything. I could do all the electrical. I could do all the plumbing. I could do all the heating. I could do everything around the house, fam. I'm literally skilled trades in every single trade there is, fam, as a man. And I learned all of this on my own. I don't need nobody. I don't have to call nobody. If something goes wrong with the refrigerator, I know exactly why. I know why the refrigerator not working. A lot of times, you folks, you be getting rid of your refrigerator, buying a new refrigerator, and you don't realize it be one little part on your refrigerator that needs to change. You don't have to get rid of the whole refrigerator. Well, my freezer, it's not getting cold. I don't know what's going on. It's just not starting. It's like, I don't hear no sound when well, did you check the compressor? Did you check that little switch right there? It could be stuck. You might have to buy one little part on Amazon that costs $10 and it saves the whole refrigerator. I don't know why my dryer not working. I plug it in, but there's no power. Have it ever dawned on you that you can open that dryer up and just put on a brand new power cord? Dryer will be back in business. Some of you folks, you have a dryer and the dial that you turn broke and you can't turn the dryer. So it's like you get mad. You figure, I'm going to buy a whole new dryer. Fam, the dial is the only thing you have to buy. Go look up the model number and find the parts and buy it. Duh. You don't have to do man, I tell you, y'all be spending too much money. Listen, I would buy an appliance and keep that thing for 10 years till it break down completely to the point where it's just, they don't make the parts no more. Then I'll upgrade. Serious. I remember I used to buy those cheap washing machines that was like $300. Remember them cheap type ones? And every time I buy one of them things, man, it's like they always had these problems with it. I said, man, let me go buy one of them damn near $1,500 washers. Man, that washing machine's still rocking, fam. That thing's still in business, man. And I tell you, it pays to buy the best. It do pay to buy the best. You know what I mean? For real. But anyway, it looked like that's the end of that particular section there. So we're going to wrap this up. Okay, that's about it. So that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. So why so many black women are single and alone? Well, this stream pretty much covered a lot of answers. So that being said, appreciate everybody coming through. We'll be back with another stream later on. I'm going to go get me something to eat. Right? So let me give a few shout outs. Shout out to Esther for the super chat. $25 super chat. Shout out to Prodigal Son with the $10 support on the I keep saying super chat on the Cash App. You know what I meant. Shout out to Curtis for the $5 on the Cash App. Appreciate your support. And shout out to Esther for all of the super chats that she put in the stream. And everybody else that supported via super chat and channel membership. Shout out to all of you for all your support, right? So that's about it. We'll be back later on with another stream on Black Male Advice TV. Come back with another show later on. I'm going to do a couple of live streams for today. Wow, we've been on almost 3 hours. Wow. Time flies by. So y'all know the drill. Anytime we go live, just keep the engagement up. I don't have to go on no 20-minute breaks. Notice the likes. We had 484 likes. There's 283 people in the building. Do you see the difference? We need to keep the engagement high. All right? So that being said, y'all, I appreciate everybody coming to the show. Hope everybody learned something from the video. Hope it was edifying. We out, fam. Black Male Advice TV. Catch you in the next one. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Black Male Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.